it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Better nice, I'm looking at the camera. Better nice, good, good, good. Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel, guys. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me, and you know this by now, or at least you should. For those of you that have never been to this channel before, I want to welcome you as well. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant, and the name of this wonderful channel is Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Beautiful morning here in Pooler, Georgia. This is my home base, guys, Pooler, Georgia. This is where I primarily do practice sessions. Of course, I travel as well. So speaking of practice sessions, I want to welcome you all to practice session number 144 out here in Pooler, Georgia. Now, for those of you that don't know, V.I.Preloaders are paid subscribers to my YouTube channel. Everybody else that subscribed to this channel, you guys are preloaders. V.I.Preloaders, amongst other perks, get to come out here in Pooler, Georgia to a practice session as many times as they want, free of charge, all right? There's still some people that are new to the channel that don't understand the difference between a preloader and a V.I.Preloader. I have people saying to me, I'm gonna be a preloader one day. And I say, are you subscribed to the channel? And they go, yeah. I'm like, you're already a preloader, right? And again, there's no pressure to be a V.I.Preloader. There's people that are V.I.Preloaders that live in other countries. So clearly it's not just to come out here and practice for free in Pooler, but it's to obviously get first access to videos and get exclusive videos and exclusive content, and just to support the channel for some people, all right? So I appreciate all of you guys, preloaders and V.I.Preloaders. But I want to shout out my V.I.Preloaders, and that's what we're going to be practicing with today. Now, that doesn't mean you can't practice out here in Pooler, Georgia, if you're not a V.I.Preloader, but if you wanted to, the cost of that is $100. I think I've had one person do that because, you know, for the price there is to be a V.I.Preloader, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, but the person that did it said, I want to give to the channel anyway, so I get it. Anyway, for those of you guys that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I do motorcycle practice sessions, and I primarily focus on 1 to 10 miles per hour, because that's the speed that most motorcycle riders hate. They hate the way their bike feels, their feet come out and all that other stuff. But it's so important that you know how to ride in that speed range, because that's the speed range that's actually going to determine if you actually know how to operate a motorcycle properly, right? No arrogance on this channel, no judgment, right? 98% of motorcycle riders don't know how to operate a motorcycle properly. So I want you to keep that in mind. It's easy, or at least it should be, for you to leave your ego to the side and understand that when you come out here, 9 times out of 10, the person to the left and the right, in front and behind you, are in the same boat, struggling with this slow speed stuff. But I'm here to tell you this is not difficult once we get past the #1 contributing factors, and we're going to talk about that in this practice session. Speaking about that, this practice session video is not going to be a short video, because if people are coming to this channel to learn, this is not just for entertainment. We want to learn. And some of us take more than others to get stuff. So this is not going to be some cookie cutter thing where it's just a bunch of stuff put together. We're going to go through pretty much everything that you need to know, if not in this video alone, definitely on this channel, but probably in this video too, because I kind of cover the same things all the time, and it's repetition equals retention, guys. So, you know, it is what it is. But the point is, this is not rocket science. You'll get it if you really want it. And I want it for you, because a confident rider is a safer rider, and you're going to enjoy riding your motorcycle way more when you actually know how to ride it properly. And I know for a fact you're going to share this with other people that you know, because that's just the right thing to do. And you're going to see how many other people don't know what they're doing, and you're going to feel compelled to help them. And that's what this is all about. This is an each one teach one environment. All right, guys, I got 9 exercises out here plus a bonus, but as always, there's no pressure out here to do all 9 exercises. In fact, I encourage people not to move forward if I see they're struggling with a certain exercise. But we're going to talk about that too, the importance of the number of these exercises. And if you practice, that's great. But what are you practicing, and how do you practice? What are you focusing on? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not the right thing, okay? All right, guys, when the V.I.Preloaders get here, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to ask them their names, where they live, what they ride, how long they've been riding. More important to me, how long they've been practicing slow speed riding, and what they rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best in slow speeds. And I'll ask them again at the end of the day to see if that number changes. Again, that number is never for me. I'm not looking for a rating for what I'm giving out here, but it's for them to be able to gauge where they are, focus on the net, focus on what they need to work on, and move on from there. All right, guys, this is not a competition out here. I need that to be very clear. But we're gonna have some fun, as we always do, because a positive learning environment is the best environment to learn in. All right, guys, love you. Let's do it. What's your name?
Mark.
Where you from, Mark?
South Carolina.
How long have you been riding your motorcycle? A motorcycle?
Since I was a teenager, 30-some years.
What are you riding today?
2019 Electric Glide Police.
What were you riding before that?
2014 Kawasaki Voyager.
Now, Mark was a never Harley guy, big time. What made you switch to this Harley?
You.
Did I?
I want to accomplish every skill here.
Yeah,
and I was having a hard time with the Kawasaki.
Exactly. Now, you go back and look at these practice sessions. He says he was having a hard time. He wasn't having a hard time doing these exercises. Like, people would have killed to be able to do it like he did. But he wanted to do them to the extreme, and the touring bikes from Harley-Davidson just turned better. I mean, he had a car tire on the back of that bike, and he was still making 18-foot U-turns, so ain't nobody trying to hear that, man.
I'll be putting a car tire on that one, too.
Okay, okay. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
Since I moved here with you for about a year.
Yep, yep. If you had to give yourself a rating, 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed?
I'd say 7.
Yeah, yeah. Good to see you again,
Thanks,
brother.
sir.
What's your name?
Jerry Smith.
Adam Smith.
Father and son?
Yes.
Beautiful. So Jerry's already told me that you're the best there is, Adam, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
20 years.
20 years?
20
How about
years.
I'm probably 20.
Okay.
Started on dirt bikes and just worked my way up.
God, what are you riding today?
2015 Road King.
How about you?
2017 Ultra Classic.
Police Road King.
Police Road King.
Yes, yes. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
Since I met you, probably 3 years.
Yeah. How about you? In cones?
Since March.
Okay, good. If you had to give yourself a rating, 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, Jerry, what'd you give yourself?
7.
7, Adam?
I don't know, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I think that's a sandbag. I really think that's a sandbag. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to see you again, Jerry.
Yep.
And nice to finally meet you, Adam.
Yep.
That's a sandbag. I'm gonna put money on it. That's a sandbag. What's your name?
Hector Idy.
Where you from, Hector?
I'm from Pooler, right here in Pooler.
Oh, are you kidding me? Finally, I get somebody from Pool. This is ridiculous. It really is. Because if I talk to everybody, we got Florida, South Carolina, anyway. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
I started in 1976, but I was actually licensed in 1983, 84.
Okay, good. What are you riding today?
Today I'm riding a bike that I got a couple years ago. It's a Royal Enfield Himalayan.
Okay.
It's an adventurer.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
For quite a while. Back in my military active duty days, I volunteered as an instructor. Did that with the active duty side, the Motorcycle Safety Foundation courseware.
Yep.
So I started that back in. I used to attend a lot of it, but I actually became an instructor in the early 2000s.
Gotcha.
And got involved with the Department of Defense programs and some of the other stuff. So I'm pretty much for a little about 25 years, maybe.
That's awesome. What branch?
I was Air Force.
Thank you for your service. We got another airman coming out here today. I'm sure when he finds out he's going to go, oh, you guys just flock together. All right. If you had to give yourself a rating, 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
On this bike, I think I'm going to give me a 9.
Okay.
I haven't owned any heavy metal V-twins in my life. There have always been parallels or V4s.
Okay. Yep. Good to meet you, brother.
Yeah,
Pooler.
absolutely.
This is great, man.
Yeah.
I should be seeing a lot of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rides and everything.
Right here.
Yeah, man. What's your name?
Manuel Lopez.
Where you from, Manuel?
Flint, Michigan.
Flint. You rode here from Flint?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now you've been the longest commute. That's beautiful. Today, at least. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
A little over 10 years.
And what are you riding today?
2021 Kawasaki Voyager.
Nice. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones? Never. Okay, so good. Today's day 1. If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
Probably a 2.
A 2. Okay. Good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning, Rob.
What's your name?
Eddie,
Eddie from?
Florida,
How long have you been riding a motorcycle, Eddie?
18 years.
What are you riding today?
Harley-Davidson Road Glide,
Road Glide, what year?
23,
How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
4 years.
4 years. If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
7.
7. Good to see you again, brother.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Tasha Johnson.
What's your name?
TJ Johnson.
Where you from?
We're from Moncks Corner, South Carolina.
How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Okay, so I started out riding. I rode for about 11 years. Then I stopped. Had my son and didn't ride for about 7 years.
Okay.
About 7
Okay.
years. Just started back within the last year.
Okay.
And I went down on my bike.
Okay.
But I was eager to get back on my bike, so I'm back on my bike. And but I am making wide turns to start off, and the U-turn is what's getting me, and that's what made me want to come to your class.
Awesome. So, okay, we're going to talk about that. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
Never.
Okay, good. So today's day 1.
Yes.
If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
1.
When you went down on your bike, how fast were you going?
About 30, 35.
If that,
If that.
Gravel's got it. We went around
Gravel.
the curve, and she had it, and she was riding it, and the gravel had the back wheel. It slid her on into the ditch, and she just let go.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But I'm going to tell you what I did wrong.
Go ahead.
Because you know you got to know what you did
That's
wrong
right.
so
That's
you
right.
don't do it again.
That's right.
I grabbed my front brake.
Aha. Okay. Pleasure to see you. I'll meet you. I'm sorry.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You too, brother.
Yeah, man.
All right. What's your name?
My name is Willis Hickerson.
Where you from, Willis?
I am from Charlotte, North Carolina.
How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
52 years.
Wow. What are you riding today?
I am riding a 23 Ultra Limited that I got just a year and a half ago.
And man, you have been practicing on that bike. That's why I love the internet, because he posts some stuff practicing. I mean, he's so into it that, I mean, he even was in his car and was doing friction brake, smooth stop.
Brake, friction brake, friction brake, friction brake.
Honey.
Friction brake, smooth
Honey,
stop. Huh?
you're driving the car.
Oh.
Anyway, how long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
In cones since I got this bike like maybe a month before, so January of 24.
Okay. If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed?
I'm going to say 4.5, 5. I'm trying to get smoother. You know
Good to
what
see
I
you
mean?
again, brother.
Good
Yeah,
to
man.
see you.
I think you know, might be sandbagging. We'll see. Oh man, I hear my theme music. Good morning. Welcome to practice session number. I'm gonna be very impressed if you get this. 144. I don't know who said it, but you got it. 144. All right. Anybody have a problem being on YouTube? Anybody have warrants? Somebody's being stalked? Anything like that? Okay, good. Okay, first things first. Who here is unfamiliar with my channel? Besides Tasha's husband. Good. Everybody knows what preload and keep it loaded means? Everybody knows what the friction zone is? What's the friction zone, Tasha?
Friction zone is when you, as you're opening up you preloaded up to maybe what 2,000, and then you're coming off of your clutch as soon as it starts to move. Your foot. So it's kind of like as soon as it starts to move.
What's the friction zone?
Friction zone is that point in the clutch and the throttle when the bike is under, how would you say, sufficient power.
What's the friction zone, Eddie?
Friction zone is when the clutch is engaging and the bike starts to move or not move with the movement of the clutch.
What's the friction zone?
Friction zone.
You rated yourself a 9. I'm coming to you first for every question. What's the friction zone?
Friction zone is when the engine power starts to transfer to the rear wheel through the clutch, but it hasn't fully engaged.
Okay. So none of your answers are incorrect, but simply put, the friction zone is the power, the stage between zero power and full power. Everything in the middle of that, that's the friction zone. That's the gray area. That's the area that most motorcycle riders don't have any concept of. And that's why it's You see people's feet come out when it's time to slow down because there's nothing but speed and stop. There's nothing in between. So we're going to be living in the friction zone today, okay? And the only reason I ask you guys to articulate what it is because we're going to be trying to involve as many parts of your brain as possible out here. If you're really trying to learn something, the more parts of your brain you can get involved, the better. Because we want to retain it, not just learn it. And part of that is not only knowing what something is, because if I tell you to do it, I'm sure you can go out there and do it. But if I ask you to articulate what is the friction zone, then we start doing hamana, 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 right? So if you can articulate it, then when somebody else asks you, you can give them the articulation. And every time you tell somebody how to do something, you learn it again, right? If you look at my first video when I was out here, the way I don't know if this is true. I don't know if the way I articulated stuff wasn't as fluent as it is now, because now it's just, you know, I don't need a script. I just go by what I know, right? And that's what I want you guys to be able to do. Okay, preload and keep it loaded. We all know what that is. We all know what the 5 stages of the friction. Who doesn't know what the 5 stages of the friction zone are? Beautiful. You know it?
No.
Okay, so raise your hand.
No.
Do you know it? We're gonna go over it. Don't worry about it.
Because I just say that I have watched the videos to have listened to them, but do I know them? No.
Exactly. And so that's why we go over all of this, because I've had people that come out here, they've watched all of my videos, hours of videos, but we all learn differently. We all pay attention differently. And so I was the type of person that when I was taking promotional exams, I had to read stuff 5 and 6 and 7 times for me to get it, where somebody else might be able to get it just once. So we're going to talk about that. 5 steps before I want you to move the motorcycle. Who doesn't know what those 5 steps are? Beautiful. Who knows what open close? Who doesn't know what open close is? You know what open close is? All right, let me start here. We know that this is a positive environment here, right? If just in case anybody doesn't know that, this is all positive. We don't do the arrogance. We don't do the judgment. There's no name calling, none of that. So don't feel apprehensive to raise your hand if you don't know something. I say this all the time. I'm gonna say it again. What's the percentage of motorcycle riders that don't really know how to operate a motorcycle properly? 98%.
Yeah.
So with a number that high, don't worry about it. If you don't know how to do something, 9 times out of 10, the person to the left and to the right, they don't know either. And that's why group rides are so scary, because I know that if I go by the numbers, most of the people don't know what the hell they're doing. And when everything is working out great, everybody's fine. We practice for when something goes wrong, okay? All right, so if you don't know something, please raise your hand, because I say this because if you have a question, please ask it as well, because this is all being recorded. Somebody that's watching this is gonna wish they were here to ask that same question, okay? All right, so I wanna start with what we all have in common. What are you concerned about most riding slow? Falling. I don't have to ask you all because I know it's the same thing. That's the one thing we share in common. Riding slowly because we feel like the bike's gonna fall. What keeps the bike up at slow speeds? Don't worry about it.
Sufficient power to the rear wheel.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, no. Sufficient power to the rear wheel. Yeah, exactly. But I do understand that when we come out here, if it was just you and I asked you, you'd probably know the answer. But when I just point at people out here, they freeze up. It happens all the time. Sufficient power to the rear wheel. We understand that, right? With sufficient power, not just power. We're going to talk about that all day. With sufficient power, what does the bike want to do, Willis?
Go straight.
That's right. With insufficient power, it wants to fall. So you see how simple this is? So sufficient power is what keeps it up. With that power, it wants to stand up and go straight. And with insufficient power, it wants to fall. Period. So what we're going to be dealing with out here today is your discomfort. You're going to be in discomfort today. And that's my goal. My goal is to make you feel uncomfortable, because we need you to be comfortable being uncomfortable. That uncomfortable feeling that you don't like is what 98% of motorcycle riders, let me rephrase that, 100% of motorcycle riders don't like, but only 2% know how to deal with it, right? So anytime you feel the bike falling, what does it need to stand up? Sufficient power, right? And so dropping your motorcycle, if it drops, it's only going to drop for 2 reasons. 1, you pull the clutch all the way in, or 2, you don't keep the throttle loaded, right? Let me talk about the 5 stages of the friction zone. I'm going to start with that because this is going to be important, because I'm going to be yelling numbers out at you today. And I want you to know what the hell I'm talking about when you're yelling at these numbers. Let me preface this by saying this does not exist. I made this up. But this is going to make this easier for you to understand this. What we're doing out here today, and I'm not minimizing how you feel by telling you this. This is not rocket science. It just isn't. There are things in life that are very complicated, right? I talked about this before. I think a combustion engine in a vehicle has 250 parts. You know how many parts an electric engine has in a car? 7. Which one's simpler, right? What we're doing out here, 3 things. That's all it requires from you: throttle, clutch, and rear brake. It's just a matter of using them all together in harmony. So as simple as ever can be, but what's making it difficult? Fear, right? So that's the one thing that we're all facing. I don't care who you are, fear. So you said you're making wide turns, right?
Yes.
Now you're talking about not when you're on the road, but making a U-turn.
Yes.
What are the 3 things that determine the radius of a turn on a motorcycle? Just yell them out. Lean angle, speed, handlebar turn. So, what's the difference between you making a 20-foot U-turn and a 30-foot U-turn? What's the difference? It could be speed, yes. It could be handlebar turn, and it could be lean angle. What it all boils down to is it's fear. Because the more confident you are, the more you're going to turn the bars and the more you're going to lean the bike. If you're hesitant to do any of those things, that's why that turn is so wide, right? And that's what we're going to work on. I also want you to realize, because you said something that most people say, U-turns. Who here loves making U-turns? Yeah, I knew it'd be you guys. But most people, most of the times, no. And that's when they come to me for private lessons, that's what I get. Rob, just help me out with U-turns. What do we start with? Exercise number 1. U-turns is exercise number 6 out here. So it's important that you guys know I got 9 exercises for you out here. This is not a competition, right? A hero is nothing but a sandwich. So we start at 1, we go to 2, we go to 3. If you struggle with 1, 2, and 3, which a lot of people do, stands to reason you're going to struggle with 4, 5, and 6. So for most people to say, I need help with U-turns, we never make it to U-turns. Because again, I like that people practice, but if you don't know what to practice, you're setting yourself up to fail. The reason why U-turns are bothering you is because you don't even like the way the bike feels straight up, going slowly. I need you to get comfortable with that before we even start turning the bike or leaning the bike. And so that's why we do 1, 2, and 3 first, and we start turning at 4. But my point is, if you get to an exercise and you go, you know what, I'm not ready for the rest. That's fine. It's not a competition, right? What you can do is go back and practice, as long as you're not in the way. You can go back and practice the other exercises, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to talk about that because to me, that's the bread and butter. You get 1, 2, and 3 and you get good at it. The sky's the limit. You can do pretty much everything on the motorcycle. Why? Because those exercises are forcing you into discomfort. And you're going to be uncomfortable until you're not uncomfortable anymore. That's the point of this, right? We have to normalize the feeling that you don't like. Once that feeling's normal, yeah, it's going to happen. And people are going to watch you on your bike and be like, oh my God, where'd you learn how to do that? And really, all you've done is raise your confidence, okay? All right, 5 stages of the friction zone. Again, this doesn't exist. If I have my clutch pulled all the way in, do I have power? Okay, so that's 0. It's not one of the stages. Stage 1 is when you first feel your bike starting to pull. Now, stage 1, the distance between 0 and 1 is going to differ motorcycle to motorcycle. Right? If you have a hydraulic clutch, it's going to be further out. Cable clutch, wherever the hell you want to put it, because you can adjust that, right? But wherever it is, that's 1. When you start your motorcycles today, not started, before you start to move the bike, I don't want you to start with your hand with the clutch all the way to the grip. This is what a lot of motorcycle riders do. And then when you need that power, if your bike is falling, the time it's taking you to find 1 is wasting time because the bike is still falling. And then by the time you get to 1, your bike's leaned over this much. Now 1 is no longer sufficient. It's going to keep falling. Sounds like an Indian. I can tell because it sounds like it turns like an aircraft carrier. Okay. Anyway. Yep, it's an Indian. Okay. And always loud and late. Loud and late all the time. My Georgia ambassador over there, he turns his engine off right there. Rolled in nice and quiet. But it's always the Indian rider. Anyway, I just messed with him. That's my boy. Okay, so stage 1 is when you first start to move. We're going to pretty much be living in stage 1 and stage 2. And the stages in the friction zone increase the more you open your hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5, you're no longer in the friction zone. We're good with that. Okay. The rear brake, we're going to be using that while we're in the friction zone, but we're going to be using light pressure on that rear brake. We clear about that? Light pressure. The clutch reigns supreme. So what we're looking for is clutch control out here, right? And we're going to talk more about that today. If you're overusing your rear brake today, I'm just going to take it away from you. It's not punitive. It's to get you to rely more on your clutch, right? Rear brake gives us what? And correction and control. That's what the rear brake gives us. And that's all we need it for. We don't need to overuse it. Okay? All right. So we mainly live in stage 1 and stage 2. So I'm going to get on this bike in a second and show you guys a demonstration. I call it a stage 2 demonstration because for the most part, what I do on the bike when I'm in the friction zone, I kind of keep the clutch right where it is and I just use the brake to control my speed. Can I manipulate the clutch too? Can I do everything out here brakeless? Yes? Anybody say no? Yeah. I can do everything brakeless. The problem is if I do everything brakeless, I have to kind of be perfect with my clutch control. And if I'm opening and closing my clutch, even if I'm doing it slightly, I'm going to feel the bike doing this. Now, I don't have a problem feeling the bike doing this. But if you're trying to figure this out, like most motorcycle riders, you want everything straight, flat, dry, no bumps. That's how you want to ride because I don't want to feel anything. By the way, we're going to be in our feelings today, right? And by that, I mean physically what you feel from the bike is going to determine what you do. And what you normally would do, that's going to change. And also emotionally, the fear that you feel, right? Because we're always dealing with that. So if I say 2 to 1 to you, what am I telling you to do? Mm-hmm. Just the clutch. That's all this is. If I throw out these numbers to you, I'm only talking about your clutch. 2 to 1. What am I telling you to do? That's right. I'm telling you to open close. We're going to be doing a lot of open close today, right? There's a lot of give and take on the motorcycle. There's certain instances where we're going to stay sustained in the friction zone, like making a U-turn. But for the most part, we're always doing based on what we feel. So if my bike is leaning and I feel like it's leaning more than I want, if I feel it falling, what do I have to do? That's right. I have to provide power because what does it always want to do with sufficient power? Stand up and go straight. Now, I don't want to stand all the way up, and that's where open close comes from. So if I feel it fall, I'm going to open, close, open, close. But when I say close, I said 2 to 1, not 2 to 0, because 2 to 0 means I'm cutting all the power. Sometimes that's relevant too. It all depends on what's going on, right? So if I say 2 rear brake, what am I telling you to do?
Open up to 2 and
That's right. I'm telling you to do that at the same time. 2 rear brake is going to be your best friend. It's game changer for most people. And so for most motorcycle riders, because I told you they don't know how to ride in the friction zone, and a lot of times they don't have any concept of the rear brake, when it comes time to making a turn from a stop, the turns are usually wide because it's inconceivable to open the clutch and just open it a little bit. If they feel falling, they're going to open the clutch a lot. What does it always want to do with power? So that's why the turn is so wide. When really, if you do a 2 rear brake, 2 is just to get the bike to stand up. The brake is to get it to stay still. Not stay still, stay slow, right? Because we're going to be going slow today. Now, I've been told I got a different definition of slow. And if you think you're going slow today and I tell you you're going too fast, don't give me the look, right? Because I'm always looking at your handlebars. If your handlebars are bone straight, that's my indication you're going too fast, right? I want you to feel some struggle out here. So let's be clear about this. We're in a training environment. It's a controlled environment. And what you do here, you're doing out there. So I'm going to pay attention to certain things more than others. Okay, are we clear about all of that? 5 steps I want you to follow before you move the motorcycle all the time. Every time you stop, what's always step number 1? First gear. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. Step number 2? Cover the rear brake. You know, everybody know what cover the rear brake means? Yes. Who doesn't know? Step number 3?
Preload?
And?
Keep it loaded?
I hear upward inflection. It sounds like you're asking me a question. Yes. Preload the throttle. and keep it loaded. Step number 4, friction zone. We're going to talk about that. Remember, we're not starting from the grip. So step number 4 is I want you to slowly open the clutch until you feel the bike start to move, and then pull the clutch right before that. And then I want you to slowly open the clutch into stage 1 or stage 2. We're going to talk about that. Step number 5. 5. 5. 5.
Pick your foot up.
That's right. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, I want this foot up. And that's why I called you a sandbagger. Because listen, I pay attention to this. When you guys pull up on your motorcycles and stop, it tells me a bunch of stuff I need to know about where you are comfort-wise riding slowly, stopping that bike. When's the motorcycle want to fall the most? I'm sorry, let me rephrase it. When is the bike going its slowest? That's right. The very beginning of a start and the very end of a stop. That's when it's going its slowest. So that's when it wants to fall the most, right? That's why you see motorcycle riders' feet come out at the end of a stop, or they keep their feet out when they start until the bike picks up speed. And I watched how you rode, so I don't know about that 3. I mean, you know, whatever. Anyway, it's a sandbagger. So when you guys go to take off today, I want your foot just come up like this. Not like this. Like, don't keep it on the ground as long as you... As soon as it starts to move, pick your foot up, because once the bike's moving, our feet are no longer required. Speaking of that, who is unfamiliar with the push-up penalties? Everybody knows them. Excellent. We're not duck walking the bike today. 1 foot or 2. Now, as I say that, I still expect to see it, so don't worry about that. This is not the military, so it's voluntary. You don't want to do them, you don't have to do them. But we want to be accountable out here. Motorcycle riders are the most unaccountable people out there. If there's a motorcycle accident, I've responded to hundreds of them. If there's a motorcycle accident, 99% of the time, it's rider error. But in that rider's mind, it was somebody else's fault or something else's fault. Now, why is that? I used to really get on them about that, but now I understand it better. You don't know what you don't know. And so what we're working on out here today are options. The less you know, the more you worry, right? And so when you're riding your motorcycle, if you don't know a lot, when stuff happens, your options are limited. So if all you know is squeeze and hope for the best, that doesn't always work. And that's when accidents happen. And now this person is extremely upset with that person. When I know that when they went to make this turn, if they were looking before they turned, they would have seen that. But they're turning like this, and then at the last minute they look up, and now they've created an emergency that didn't have to be one, right? So keep that in mind. Your options today are the goal is for your options to increase, all right? Your lens is going to change too, if it hasn't already. That's going to happen just because it's going to happen, because you don't know what you don't know. And so things that you didn't pay attention to before, now you're going to see them. And what's going to happen is now you're going to look at the 98%. It's overwhelming when you see how many people don't really know how to ride a motorcycle properly. Overwhelming, right? But we're all positive here. We don't judge. So we always want to lend a helping hand, give some advice. You're going to have some people that are going to tell you, I'm good. I hate the word I'm good. I'm good. Everybody's good. I'm good. I've been riding 35 years, never dropped my bike. I'm going to tell you right now, dropping your motorcycle is par for the course out here. And anybody that tells me they've been riding 35 years and they've never dropped their bike, there's exceptions to everything, but I bet my house on it. I can almost guarantee they really don't know how to ride a bike, because it's almost impossible to really learn how to ride one of these things and never drop it. It means you've never tried anything. Anytime, as soon as you felt something scary, you put your feet down, all right? That's not how you ride a motorcycle, okay? So every time your foot touches the ground, because this is the number one way we get hurt, especially on these kind of bikes, putting your feet down. It's 10 push-ups for each tap. 10, 20, 30. And if you do a duck walk, that's 50. Front brake grabs. We're not touching that front brake today. Front brake grab is 10 push-ups. So you do a 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 front brake. See how quick these can add up, right? So it's not uncommon for people to leave here like that. It's not uncommon at all, okay? All right. So I'm going to, again, any questions about any of that? If it seems like I'm going fast, don't worry about it. But that's why it's important to be kind of dialed into this channel, because then when you're hearing this stuff, it's just reinforcing stuff you've already heard. But doing it is always going to be different. Please be patient with yourselves out here, all right? I've asked some of you guys, how long have you been practicing in cones? And the answer is today's day 1. You are where you should be based on the amount of work you've done. So be patient with yourselves. Also, please don't feel any sort of way if people around you seem to be getting it and you're not. It's just not what this is about. All right, don't worry about that. We all learn differently. And this is an each one, teach one environment. So if you know something, please don't be bashful. Share it with the group. I don't care if you think, they know that. No, share it, because again, we all learn differently. And the way you convey it might be totally different than the way they've been hearing it for years. And that's the epiphany moment for somebody. I'm telling you, you got millions of people watching this. So all over the world. So please don't be, silence is not golden out here. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get on Raven, and I'm going to go in a circle. Some of you have seen this, probably most of you have. I'm going to go in a circle. I'm going to have the bike straight up. So here's my question. Can you ever be in a U-turn, leaning and going too slow?
Yes.
Anybody disagree with that? Okay. Can you ever be in a U-turn with the bike straight up and going too slow? She said yes.
I would say yeah, because you need to lean for the U-turn.
Not if you're doing it straight up.
You can do it straight up, slow as you want.
Okay, the answer is no. You can never be going too slow if the bike is straight up. We only need speed to lean. And the reason I'm bringing this to your attention, the first thing I'm going to do is, this is why we don't need our feet. As soon as what keeps the bike up? Sufficient power. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the clutch to a stage 2, and forgive my bike for the noise it's gonna be making. I don't know what's going on with that rear brake. I had it checked. They said it's fine. I'm gonna make a U-turn just straight up, and I'm gonna be dragging the rear brake, and then I'm gonna go into a leaning U-turn. In order to lean, what do I need? Speed. How am I gonna get that speed? That's right. Open the clutch, but I'm not gonna open the clutch. I'm gonna keep it at stage 2. Like Willis said, I'm just gonna come off the brake a little bit. I'm still gonna be dragging it. Right, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. My RPMs are I'm gonna keep that throttle loaded, right? Because that's my lifeline. I'm always listening to that. And then when I want to go back straight up, I'm just gonna apply a little bit more pressure to the rear brake. And then I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna bring the motorcycle to a smooth stop. Who doesn't know what friction brake is? Friction brake, friction brake, friction brake, and my foot's gonna come down nice and smooth, smooth stop. Okay, we're good? All right, demo. So as always, I'm gonna make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. I'm gonna cover the rear brake. I'm gonna preload the throttle, keep it loaded. First gear, covering the rear brake, preload. Clutch right before the friction zone. Open it up into stage 2, rear brake. Clutch is in stage 2. I'm just varying the pressure on the brake. But my goal is to drag the brake. I don't want to stop at it like this, because then the bike is jumping. So I just want to kind of drag it. Find a good spot, drag it. Drag it. If I want to lean, come off the brake. A little bit, I'm still dragging it. Now I'm going to come off the brake, pull the clutch in a little. So this is with no brake, so I'm doing 2 to 1, 2 to 1. 2 to 1, 2 to 1. Back on the brake, slow me down. Clutch is still in the same spot the whole time. Haven't moved my clutch. Time to come to a stop. Friction brake, clutch, 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 clutch. Smooth stop. Now, any questions about that? Stage 2 demo. The reason I'm showing you that is because I'm trying to simplify what you do out there. A lot of times when people get on this bike, it's a lot going on. Movements, a lot of movement. All of our movements on this motorcycle should be small. All of our inputs should be small. Even when you're riding at speed. Let me give you an example. You all rode here, or most of you did. That's New York talk. You're coming up on a bend. When you see that road starting to curve, now obviously if we're going 50 miles per hour, we're not turning the handlebars at this point. We're just pushing. So if I time that properly, the most I should have to push those bars is like this. If it's timed properly. If I don't negotiate that turn properly and I wait too long, now I have to make a bigger move. So that's the overcompensation. That's when you'll see somebody's bike go like this, right? So again, you've created that by not doing something when you should have done it. It's the same thing on these bikes. If I feel my motorcycle getting ready to fall, as soon as I feel it, if I address it with power, it's a small movement. If I wait longer, you can still correct it, but now it's a bigger movement. I want to try to keep my movements small. I want the bike to be smooth. Now, please keep in mind, the bike being unsmooth, if that's a word, is not a big deal. But I know people don't want to feel it. Okay? All right. Any questions about any of that? So again, if I say 2 to 1 or 2 rear brake, here's where 2 rear brake comes in. God damn it. Here's where 2 rear brake comes in. Situation just like this. I need to make a turn and something's in front of me. So when people say, well, step number 1 is make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. Why is that a big deal? Again, options. It's not a big deal for people that don't really know how to ride these things properly. Because if you guys are, Adam, I'm gonna ask you, but then again, you're a ringer. We'll see. If your bike's right here, and I ask you to bring the bike over there, what are your options? When I say what are your options, I want you all to think about this question. I'm not asking you what options are available. What are your realistic options? What are you gonna do in this situation? Huh? You're gonna do it right from here. See, and he said he did 3. I told you he's full of shit. Most motorcycle riders are gonna either back this bike up or they're gonna turn the handlebar, or they're gonna duck walk the bike, turn the handlebar, duck walk the bike. Those are their options. But we know we're not duck walking out here, and we know this is plenty of room to turn the motorcycle. So what we're gonna do is turn the handlebars, and we're gonna start from here. We might do a drop and catch. A drop and catch is really letting the bike drop and then catching it with the clutch. Now, if I'm in 4th gear, I'm screwed doing that. So that's why being in first gear is important to me because of the way I ride and the way you guys ride, okay? But in this situation, we know stage 1 of the friction zone should be sufficient, but it's not always sufficient because it all depends. Let me ask you a question. If you go to move your motorcycle, your intention is to go straight. You follow the first 5 steps, you open up the clutch, and as you start moving, your handlebars are starting to turn. What's happening to the motorcycle?
It's not getting sufficient.
That's right. So what's happening to the bike?
So it's starting.
That's right. So let's all recognize that when you start your motorcycles moving today, if the handlebars are starting to turn either way, that's the start of a fall. That means you don't have sufficient power right from the start. And so it's funny because when I first started doing this, I told everybody step number 4 is slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Okay, Robert, but because people are nervous, they're gonna really do it slow. So if you do it too slow, it's just gonna start falling because it's going its slowest at the beginning of that start. So we don't wanna be too slow with the clutch, but we don't have to pop it either. But understand, if we do pop it, it's not a big deal. Why? Because just as quickly as you open the clutch, you can close it. That's number 1. But number 2, that's why we're always covering the rear brake. As soon as we feel we did something that we didn't want to do with the clutch, immediately we can correct it, right? So in this situation, I'm always going to start probably at stage 1, stage 2, most likely 2, because I want to make sure the bike is going to stand up. But I don't want to keep it at 2, I don't want to go too fast because I want to turn. So that's when you'll hear me say 2 rear brake. 2 rear brake is going to make this bike stand up, but not go straight. So I can start with the handlebars turn, preload, 2 rear brake. So I'm still in stage 2, but I'm dragging the brake. Once I get here, now I'm good. Friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. What does the rear brake give us? Correction and control. So in that case, that's giving me control. That's the control that most people don't have, and that's why when they go to make a turn, even if they start with the handlebars turn, if I just do clutch, it's always going to straighten out. It always wants to go straight, right? So I need to keep the bike slow. If I want to make a turn with the handlebars locked, like I was doing, and I want to keep the bars locked, what's the fastest I can go? 2 miles per, 3, 4? Pick one.
No, I think it's 5.
5?
Straight up.
Straight up. 4?
3. 7.
Jerry? 3. 2. 2 miles per hour is the fastest I can go to keep these bars locked straight up. If I start going even a little bit faster, it's going to start straightening out because it always wants to go straight, period. And so if you ever making a turn on your bike and you feel like you're fighting the turn, it's a little too much power. It's trying to straighten out. 2 miles per hour. Now, of course, leaning's faster. But I want you to keep that in mind. I'm telling you this because speed is not the answer out here. It's sufficient power. It's all we need. It's why when I first started to move, as soon as it starts to move, foot up. All I need is power. And I don't need a ton of it either. That's enough. I don't need a ton of it. You're good. Friction brake. Now I'm going to see a lot of you do this today when it's time to move the bike. I'm ready, Rob. You're going to pick up this foot and do this. I see it all the time, 800 and something pounds. This ain't doing shit, right? Well, actually, that's incorrect. What it's doing is it's making you feel better. I told you we're going to be in our feelings. It's making you feel better. But I want you to realize it's doing nothing because what this is, this takes care of, right? And again, when you see me standing still, when the bike's not moving and both my feet are up, how am I doing that? All I'm doing is at that point, I'm trying to make sure that I can balance the bike because if I'm not moving, then my balance matters. As soon as I feel like it's going to fall, I come off the brake, go on the brake. That's all I need because it always wants to stand up, right? It's a gyroscopic machine. Once we can wrap our heads around that, but it's more than that because this is not one of those things where once you know it, you got it. You can, if I give you a written test, you pass it, but you got to trust it and believe it. Who's unfamiliar with trust and believe? Okay, good. Everybody knows what trust and believe is. Good. All right. How relevant is your balance to keep the bike up at slow speeds? 100's a lot, 50's in the middle, 0's none.
How relevant is it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very relevant.
Your husband says 0. He's correct. It's 0% relevant. What keeps the bike up at slow speeds?
Sufficient power.
That's right. So our balance is not relevant. Now again, when I stop the bike, now my balance is relevant because the bike's not moving. But as soon as it's moving, sufficient power. Hey, Finesse. Everybody wanted to know who you were, the guy that comes late and loud, all the damn time. So that's Finesse the Challenger. Any other YouTube channel, you should know better. It's ridiculous, right? Anyway, and that's Riding and Wrenching. He's got a YouTube channel, and he knows better. Anyway, he rides a Harley. That's the difference. Okay. All right. Any questions about any of that? All right. First thing we're going to be focusing on today is stopping the motorcycle smoothly and under control. Smooth and under control. So most motorcycle riders, when they come to a stop, I told you when it wants to fall the most. So what they're going to do is pull the clutch all the way in. I'm getting ready to stop. Anything wrong with that? No. I do it all the time. The problem is if that's how you stay the whole stop, most motorcycle riders are going to try to keep that bike under speed as long as possible because as long as it has momentum, you don't have any responsibility. The name of this YouTube channel is called Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle for a reason because a boss has a higher level of responsibility. And when that bike is going slow, it's all on you, period. So if I'm getting to the end of that stop and nothing changes, then I can keep the clutch right where it is, come to a smooth stop. But what's most likely going to happen, and what's definitely going to happen today is, because we're going to make it happen, I'm coming towards the end of that stop, and now I'm starting to feel my handlebars start to do this. How do I correct that? That's it. He said open the clutch up. But what am I going to do before that, Jerry? Preload. 3 comes before 4 all the time. We're never going to open the clutch without first giving it some throttle because we don't want to stall, right? So give yourself a preload. I'm going to open up the clutch to a stage 1. If stage 1 corrects that, then that's where I'm going to stay. And I'm going to keep braking, friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. When you guys stop, your foot should come down, foot, not feet, like this. Bing, or heel toe. Again, so smooth that if you step on a bug and pick your foot up, it's still alive. That's what I want. I also don't want any compression in the front suspension. That's how smooth I want it. I don't want the bike leaned. I want it straight up. That's what I want. I don't always get what I want, except at home. My wife's amazing. So how do I attain this bike not falling all the way to the end of that stop? I have to stay in the friction zone all the way until I put my foot down, then pull it in. And so what most people do is it's so common that I'm stopping, clutch in. If you pull that clutch in even a quarter second too early, that's how your stop's going to be. And that's not an issue until you're stopping on stuff like this. And so that's why we want to be putting our foot down smooth. So even if the ground doesn't have a lot of grip, you're fine. Who likes riding on gravel? Yeah, yeah. It was Royal Enfield. So most people don't. But my point is, what we're going to be going over today, stuff like gravel, sandy road, wet leaves, it's not going to bother you anymore because as soon as you see it, your brain's going to go, okay, all I got to do is do everything straight up and I'm fine. That's what exercise number 4 is about. That's why that's my highest failure rate because most people don't turn a motorcycle straight up. Okay? All right, so friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. Now, what if you go into stage 1 and it fixes it, and as you progress in that stop, now you start feeling it again. Open up some more, 1.5, 2, but keep braking, brake, 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 brake. And sometimes what I do is when I get right before I'm going to put my foot down, I'll actually do this. I'm over exaggerating this so you can see it. I'll actually do this with the clutch while I'm doing this with the rear brake at the same time. So what it's doing is right before I put my foot down is making sure the bike doesn't have the opportunity to do this. Okay? Now here's what a lot of you are going to do. Actually, I'm going to show you a smooth stop. I want you to rate it. Tell me what you think about it. Okay? How's that stop? Nice? Excellent. I thought it was terrible. Here's why. Here's why. Yeah, it's not a bad stop, but if we're being sticklers out here, I don't want you guys gliding into stops. Because if you glide into a stop, the bike did everything. You didn't do anything. I want you to need the friction zone every time you stop the bike today. And so that means that even though I was going slow there, hit the brake more to slow the bike down more. Slow it down until you start feeling this, and that's when it's time for you to take over. Okay? And so the difference is, when I'm coming to the stop this time, you're going to hear my RPMs go up right before that because that's me preloading because I'm getting ready to come to a stop. First gear, cover the rear brake. See, I like this speed because already I feel this. Preload, clutch, 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 friction brake, friction brake. Now I pull the clutch in. Now that stop, that's all me. I can feel what I'm doing with the clutch and the rear brake to make this bike stop smoothly, have my foot come down, no compression, all of that stuff. That's what I want from you guys all day. If you can do that, if you can stop your bike like that, every time you stop, you're practicing, feeling this bike and being in control of it. Because it's all on you at that point. It's the slowest the bike wants to go. That's why that's the first exercise we're going to do. Smooth starts, smooth stops. And when I say smooth starts, I want the start to be smooth. So some people say, well, I'm going to open up the clutch slow. And that's fine. But again, you might feel the bike starting to fall. So if you need to do a 2-to-1, do a 2-to-1. A 2-to-1, I should see your bike go. Again, it's very subtle, and usually it's used in tight spaces. Preload, 2, 1. If I open the clutch like that, it's never going to start turning one way or the other. And then sometimes, if I'm going between two cars, I'm starting out, whatever it is, I don't want to risk my bike maybe turning one way or the other. Open, close, straight, friction brake, clutch, 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 smooth stop. Oh, shit. See, it don't take a lot. That was me trying to back it up. All right, drop and catch. A drop and catch is relevant if I need to make a turn, usually from a stop. If I want to make sure this bike goes left, this happens all the time. If I cover my rear brake, my left foot's down. So the bike's already kind of leaning a little bit to the left. So these are a little bit easier. Sometimes people still screw these up. They want to turn left and they wind up going straight. If I want to make sure the bike goes that way, how do I get this bike to lean from a standstill? Anyone? Pick my foot up and then what? And then it'll lean. In other words, I got to let it fall. That's how you get a lean from a standstill. You have to let the bike fall, drop it, and then catch it with the clutch. Now, if I don't want the bike to lean at all, then the cadence is drop, catch, drop, catch. If I want it to lean, it's drop, catch. However much I want it to lean, that's how much distance there is between the drop and the catch. So for this turn, I don't need a whole bunch of it, but I also see sand right there. So I'm going to start with the handlebars turn, head and eyes, preload, clutch right before the friction zone, drop, catch, and rear brake. Let's not forget about the rear brake because that's giving us the control that we need, okay? Smooth stop. If it's a right turn, that's a throw and catch. This is the one that gives people problems because this foot's down, so the bike's leaning left, but I want to go right. So what am I going to do? I got to throw the bike. What am I throwing it with? This foot, but it's just slight. I'm going to put this foot down just to show you. It's just, that's it. Just throw it. Don't take much. Preload, throw it, catch it. That's it. Friction brake, smooth stop. And this whole friction brake stopping thing, this is more important coming out of a turn than coming to a stop. This is when motorcycle riders lose it, because if speed is the answer to everything for you, it's going to be more difficult to stop that bike smoothly if you're going too fast. We good? Any questions about any of that? All right. First things first, let me tell you guys, there's a cooler in the back of my trailer. I'm going to pull it up in the back of my truck. There's water in there. And now there's Gatorades in there. I'm going to start giving V.I.Preloaders Gatorade. All right. First thing we're going to do, exercise number 1, smooth short starts and stops. We're going to start over there. We're going to be going in this direction. My Georgia ambassador is going to go first, and you guys are going to follow suit. Now, those cones are 15 feet apart. And again, that's my highest failure. That's what I usually start with. But sometimes I have to skip that in private lessons because people aren't ready for that, and I have to go to 2 and come back to 1. I got to, it all depends on who I'm out here with. The goal is to start smooth and stop smooth. When you stop your front wheel, I don't want it passing the cones. We good? This is about being situationally aware of your motorcycle as well. So, smooth start, smooth stop. Here's what I'm going to get, even though I don't want it. Ready, Rob? No, that's you trying to use speed. Nope. Again, if you don't want the bike to go like this, 2, 1. But remember, if you do a 2 to 1, when you're starting to get to the end of that stop, you might have to start going back toward 2, right? There's a lot of things out here that a lot of people, I wish I could just give them a blanket answer. But the answer is usually it depends. What you need to do is going to depend on what you feel at that moment. Okay? All right. No questions? Let's do it. All right, guys. Smooth, short starts and stops. Coming out of a turn, most important. Friction brake. 2, 1. I'm already on the brake. Opening the clutch, opening the clutch, opening the clutch, but braking at the same time. The more I open the clutch, the more I have to brake. Friction brake, 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 brake. 2, 1. Friction brake. Opening the clutch, but braking more, braking more. I have to do them at the same time. For the most part. Friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. Smooth stop. All right. Nice. All right. Beautiful. Clutch is out. Now the clutch is in. Ah, you're good, Mike. Preload. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Clutch. Foot up. All right. Start braking. 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 Okay. Back it up. That's okay. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, these handlebars are too low for you. Okay. They need to be pushed up a little bit. Okay, and you're gonna see once we start turning, your elbows are gonna be all into your body because your hands are like this. Okay? All right, you know what we're doing here? Don't forget those first 5 steps. Make sure it's in first gear, cover that rear brake. Let me hear that preload. Good, keep it there. Give me a 2 to 1. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Listen to that sound, keep it loaded. 2. Okay. What happened there?
I left my push too fast.
No. Preload went down. Because remember, if your preload's up, if you let the clutch go fast, what's going to happen? The bike's just going to go.
Oh, yeah.
So if it shuts off, that just means that you let the preload out. So we're going to preload a little bit more. Let's try it again. Guys, check out this helmet. That is interesting. If those vents are functional, that's cool. All right, let me hit a preload. Give me more. Give me more. Keep it, nope, a little less. We got it right there. Keep it there. Listen to that sound. All right, keep it loaded. 2, keep it loaded. Good, 2, 2, 2. All right, back it up. Back it up. Don't worry about the front brake, that's fine. What happened there is you pull the clutch all the way back in. Now you're just coasting. That's why you feel falling. We want to stay in the friction zone the whole time. The whole time.
Gotta get out of my head.
Don't worry about it. We just got here. We just got here. Preload. And that preload dropped again. We want to keep hearing it. Good. Preload. Good. Give me some more. Good. Keep it right there. Clutch. 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 Right. Okay. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Well, if you go that fast, you're going to feel like you need it. Remember, what you're doing right now is when you finally open the clutch, you're staying in 2. I want you to do a 2 to 1. All right? 2 to 1. Remember, 2 is just to get the bike to stand up. We don't need speed. Let's try that. Preload. Give me some more. More. Good. Keep it there. Keep it there. Keep it there. All right. 2. Open it like you mean it. 2, 2, 2, 1.
I let go.
Preload. That's what it is. A preload. Start from there. You can start from there. You're good. Happens to everybody. I'm telling you, happens to everybody. If I get you to focus on this, you forget about that. Happens to everybody. Preload. Give me some more. All right, clutch. Open it like you mean it. Open it, open it, open it. Open it, pull it in a little, pull it in a little. Yeah, so right there when I said pull it in a little, you pulled it all the way into the grip. Just open it, close it. So I'm asking you for a 2 to 1. You're giving me a 2, 0. Yeah, 2 to 1. And right now you're reluctant to open it, so that's why you're tapping the ground. Just open it. Trust it. It's not going to fall if the power is sufficient. Preload. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Give me a 2. 2. 2. Open it like you mean it. 2, 2, 1. See, that's 0. But that's better. You're going to 2 to 0. 2 to 1. Because when you stop, you need to be in the friction zone. We're not gliding into that stop. Okay? Try it again. Good. 2, 2, 1, 1. Good. Clutch, 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 clutch. Much better, much better. But that time you pulled it back in. Don't worry about the cones. You're good. That time you pulled it in. Remember, your clutch is going to stay open until your foot's on the ground. All right, one more time. Good. Keep it loaded. 2, 2, 2. Open it, open it. Get that foot up. Good. 1, 1. That's 0. Good job. All right, go back over. Don't worry about it. We just got here. 2, 2, 2, 2. Get that foot up. Good job. Yeah, it's important that all of you know. Everybody's going through the same thing, so don't worry about it. I don't want you to feel like you're holding up the line. None of that. They can wait. If they don't know, I'll let them know. They can wait. Everybody starts from somewhere. Nice. All right, you see how you're putting your foot down? It's coming behind you, Eddie? Putting your foot down too early. Friction brake, 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 brake. Beautiful. Too much speed, Eddie, too much speed. There we go. Look at the handlebars. Nice. And so right there, that's a result of Eddie's waiting in line. He's done this a million times. So he's just trying to move fast. And in that haste, he's going too fast. So I got to remind him, slow down, Eddie, slow down. Because it's all about technique here. It's not just about getting through the cones. It's how we get through them. We're going to talk about that. All right, man, show him how it's done. This is Mark. All right, too much speed, Mark. And when you go to first move, your whole engine is shaking. So give me a little bit more preload. Good. Too much speed, too much speed. See how you're gliding into that stop and you're passing these cones. So as soon as you start moving, 2, pull it back to 1. 2 to 1. Preload. Good. 2, 1. Good, good, good. All right, we got to work on that preload. It's really low. You're right before stalling, and you're passing the cones. Preload. Start braking, braking, braking. Nope, too much speed, too much speed. 2 to 1, Mark, 2 to 1. Right now, you're giving me a 2. 2 to 1. Preload. Good. Start braking, clutch, 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 friction brake, friction brake, friction brake. There you go, Mark. Do that again. All right, too much speed on that one, man. Good job. Oh, shit, he got a book bag on, guys. Photographer, terrorist, which is it? Nice. Too much speed. It doesn't take a lot of speed to be too much speed. There we go. See the difference in the way he started? See how his handlebars started moving? All right, you good. Excellent job. You passed the cones though. See the handlebars? So if he wants to get past that, 2 to 1. Beautiful. It's not a big deal at all, but if you want to get past it. Excellent, Mark. Outstanding, man. Good job. All right. Just got to fix that stop at the end because we don't want to give up on it. All right, you see how the front of your bike's diving? It's because you're waiting until you get to the end of the stop to apply the majority of the braking. As soon as you start moving, start braking. It's progressive. Brake, 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 brake. So by the time you get here, instead of this much movement, it's that much. Okay. Good. Friction brake, 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 brake. Friction, 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 friction. All right, a little bit slower. Believe it or not. There we go. See the handlebars? Good, good. Now you want to give yourself a little bit more clutch near the end. Clutch, 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 brake, 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 brake. That was beautiful, man. Do it again. Okay, I'll take that one. All right, a little bit too much speed and you passed the cones. But excellent job, man, excellent job. And this is why I'm always gonna let them know you passed the cones because they know the assignment, don't pass the cones. So if you pass the cones, at that moment, you're not situationally aware of where your motorcycle is, where that front wheel is, and you need to know that. Beautiful. Nice, nice recovery. That's a 2 rear brake right there to fix that. I'm gonna talk about that later if I remember. 2 fixes things. Beautiful, Jerry. Nice. Notice his touch hand. Open, open, open. Now it's closed. Beautiful, Jerry. Excellent job. Excellent job. All right, ready? Let's do it. All right, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. Good. Friction brake, friction brake. Good, good, good. See how it's falling? Yeah. That means you need more clutch at the end. Good. Friction brake, friction brake, friction brake, brake, brake. It's falling. You need more clutch. As soon as you start feeling that, Adam, you got to start giving more clutch, but equally giving more rear brake. Put up. Good. Braking, braking, clutch, clutch, clutch. Yeah, make sure you keep that throttle loaded too. Good. Start braking. Friction brake, 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 brake. Yep, falling again. When you start, give me a 2 to 1. Preload. 2, 1. Good. Friction brake, friction brake. Start opening the clutch. Yeah, that's when you got to start opening it near the end. We'll work on that. Good job, man. All right, Will's going to show us what he got right from the start. That's what I like. The limit is looking good. Beautiful, Will. It's beautiful. Very nice. Throw the corrections when you see that right there. That's okay. Nice. Good correction. Excellent correction. Right there, he needed a little bit of clutch at the end, but rear brake, and bam, he got it. Good. Clutch, 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 clutch. Excellent. Woo! Somebody's been practicing. Nice. Had an eye just straight ahead. Good. Beautiful, Willis. Beautiful. Tab performance on the bike sounds good. Looks good. Somebody's been practicing, like I said at the intro. He's been practicing. Good, 2 to 1. Good. All right, just a little bit too much speed at the end. You pass the cones. But he's making corrections with the 2. That's what I like to see. Braking, 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 braking. Good, good, good. All right, diving at the end. That's the only thing. Everything else is good. Good, good. Start braking, friction brake, friction brake. All right, try not to do too much modulation with the brake. That's what's making the bike go all of this. As soon as you start moving, start braking and just gradually brake. Good. Nice and easy. Brake, 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 clutch, 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 friction brake. Woo! Look at the difference. Oh my God. Copy and paste. Good. Braking, 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 brake. Good, good. Clutch, clutch, clutch. All right, a little bit too much speed there. A little bit too much. Just a little. I ain't taking nothing away from you. Good. Clutch. Good. Brake, 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 brake. Ah, don't give up on it, man. You had it. All right, good job, man. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 2, the slow ride. First, I'm going to talk to them about this. All right, let's do it. Any questions? Exercise number 1. That's how I want you stopping all day today if you did it properly. So some of you guys, where's Hector? So Hector, everything was looking beautiful, and then right at the end of the stop, his bike was diving. Why is it diving? It's because he's waiting until he gets to the very end to apply the majority of the brake. So if you do that, the bike's going to do that. So in that exercise, because we're dealing with a short amount of space, as soon as you start moving, start dragging the brake. And then the pressure that you put on the brake is progressive. Into the stop, braking, braking, braking. But you're still in that friction zone. Clutch, 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 clutch. And if everything stays the same, you can keep the clutch right where it was, just like you saw me doing. But if you feel the bike starting to fall, you got to open the clutch more. But obviously, if you open the clutch more, you got to brake a little more, okay? And it's finding a delicate balance with this. It's such a finesse thing this is, right? Some of you guys are going too fast, even though it didn't seem fast to you. It's going to be more difficult to stop smoothly with that little bit of extra speed, okay? So, like I said, the way you're stopping all day, I want you to slow the bike down enough. Because when Eddie went, where's Eddie? Oh, shit. Eddie, been there, done that. So Eddie's like, Eddie, you're going too fast. As soon as I tell him that, boom, he goes right back to the speed he's supposed to. Mark II, he went a little bit faster. As soon as I tell you guys to slow down, now when you start, your handlebars do this. That's what I want to see. Unless you do it 2, then you're not going to see that. But the point is, if everything, you're already comfortable going straight. That's what everybody wants to do, go straight. I want you to know that if you feel the handlebars turning, it's not time to panic. Because you already know power is what keeps it up. It always wants to go straight. So all you have to do immediately, as soon as you feel that, correct it. That's what Willis was doing. That's what Adam was doing. That's what, that's what, I forgot your name. I'm sorry, man. Jerry. How the hell I forget Jerry's name? Wait till you get my age. That's what Jerry was doing. And I love to see that. So some of you might think, yeah, I love a smooth stop. But I love it even more when it looks like shit and you work through that. That's how you get better, right? That's how you get better with anything in life. Get through the weeds of it and come out on the other side looking and smelling good, and then you know, oh shit, that was nothing. You know what, I'm gonna do that again, okay? Because that's what we practice for. We practice for when things don't work out, okay? But the good thing is, because we practice, stuff not working out is much less likely to happen to you. Because now when you only have one option, now you got four. All right, if there's no questions, moving on to exercise number 2, the slow ride. Now, I understand that exercise was kicking your butt a little bit. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to, if you can only see life through my eyes, it kicks everybody's ass until it doesn't, right? This next exercise is going to be a little bit more helpful to you. But what I did like that I saw from you is initially you were giving me what I forgot to say this in the beginning. Where does my patience come from? Why am I so patient? How am I so patient? It's because I'm not expecting you to do anything I'm asking you to do. If you do it, great. If you don't, that's exactly what I expected. And so I also expect that if I ask you to give me 3 things, you're going to give me 2. So now at first, your throttle was way too low. Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Other Mark. Where's the other Mark?
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's hiding. Can you do me a favor? Can you bring your bike over here and park it so that it's facing this way?
Okay.
And I'm going to show you on his bike because it's really severe on his bike. So yeah, if I told you, okay, your RPMs are too low, let me hear your preload. Then you would preload it and then it would come right back down. So what I tell people when it comes to that is, usually the cause of that is you're still not accustomed to listening to how it sounds and focusing on that. Because that's all I go by. I go by what it sounds like. But if you don't have that yet, when you first grab your throttle, you're going to grab it in a position that's comfortable for you. So when I ask you to preload, now you're taking your wrist out of comfort. So it's going to be very easy when you don't think about it for it to go back. And that's what's happening. So what I tell people to do is pronate your grip a little bit. Reach over it just a little. Now that's uncomfortable, it's unnatural. And now when you preload, it's natural and it's easier to keep it there. I just want you to do that until you get the sound down. And once you get the sound down, you don't need to do that anymore. Smooth stop, no pressure. Friction brake, slow it down. Friction brake, friction brake. Yeah, see, that's a give up stop. You see the foot come out with haste, it's a give up stop. Okay. You see his horn? You see how much that horn is shaking? Give me a preload. See how it stops? Let it go. All right, shut it off. So when he pulls up, I'm looking at his whole engine shaking. So I already know his RPMs are too low. And if you start like that, then when you go to open the clutch, 9 times out of 10, the bike's gonna stall. So the first exercises that we're doing out here, we're trying to focus on a bunch of things. And one of them is listening to that throttle. Because if the bike stalls while we're going straight, that's not a huge deal. We don't want it stalling, leaning, and stuff like that, okay? Thanks, Mark. All right, next exercise. Exercise number 2, the slow ride. Who's unfamiliar with the slow ride? My slow ride. Okay, I'm gonna walk, you guys are gonna ride. Do not pass me. I'm gonna be walking backwards. I'll change this shit because I was walking like this. I don't know what I was thinking. If somebody opened up their clutch, I ain't got no chance. It's gonna run right into me. So I wanna at least be able to, you know. So I'm gonna walk, you're gonna ride. Now, in this exercise, I'm gonna ask you to do stuff I'll never ask you to do again. Number 1, do not cover the rear brake because we're not using it. But I don't even want you to cover it. We're good? Secondly, I tell you to address the falling feeling as soon as you feel it. I don't want you to address it as soon as you feel it here. I want you to delay it a little bit. This exercise is designed to make you feel, oh shit, but then realize, that wasn't so bad. And what I'm referring to is, we're gonna do a 2 to 0 when we start. What's a 2 to 0, Finesse?
Out in, friction zone in.
I was about to say, it's that kind of channel, out and in. 2 to 0, right? 2 to 0, that's what I want you to do. Not 2 to 1, not 2-0, because if you do that, you're gonna pass me. Well, yeah, you were doing that, but that's because you had, you know, you don't. This is different because you don't have the cones to stop it. So don't worry about that. This is just a 2 to 0. Now, when you do that 2 to 0, I'm gonna be walking, and you're gonna be moving. Your level of comfort, there she is. Your level of comfort is shown in when you decide to give power. I want you to work out the handlebars. Work it out, work it out, work it out. And when you absolutely need the power, 1-0. 1 0. So now it's a little less than 2. 1 0, right? Thank you, baby. What I want is this, because I had a guy out in North Carolina. Hold up. No, it wasn't North Carolina. It was Ohio. 2 0. He did the 2 0. And then as soon as his handlebars went like this, he opened the clutch. So that shows me his level of discomfort. Just a little turn. Oh my God, I need power. I want you to work through that. Everybody here has ridden a bicycle before, right? So on a bicycle, you can kind of do this for a little while before you even move, like pedal the bike, right? It's the same thing on this motorcycle. In fact, it's easier because it's a lot easier for me to do this than try to pedal. It's more power. So work it out, work it out. I want those handlebars all over the place. And when you absolutely feel like you need power, 1 0. And the purpose of this is when you get the bike so crazy and you're like, oh crap, and you just give it 1 0, you realize, wow, I don't need a lot to get a lot. We're good? I'll show you what I'm talking about. What you got, Willis?
This is different then.
Yeah, I changed some stuff.
This is different.
Yeah.
So, but are we preloaded still?
Good question. So his question is, are we preloaded? You're preloaded if you're going to open the clutch. So remember, this is 2 0. So when you're at 0, do you need a preload?
Not really.
No, you don't. You can stay preloaded the whole time so that when you need power, you can just open and close if you want. But you don't have to. When I do this, I keep I'm not preloaded, and I kind of do them at the same time because it's so quick. It's like a throttle blip.
Okay.
Boom, boom. All right, I'm gonna give you a quick example. So as soon as I go to move this bike, I'm gonna do a 2 0. No brake. 2 0. No power. No power. No power. No power. 1 0. No power. No power. No power. No power. 1 0. No power. You do it like that. Not only will you never pass me, when I get to the end of the cones, I should be waiting for you. If you pass me, it just means you said, oh crap, clutch, I need it. He said when I absolutely need it. Screw him, I know what I need. I need it. No, you don't. Because if I'm looking at your handlebars and they're like this, I know you don't need it. You start doing this, then yeah, you're gonna need it. Okay, we're good? Questions? All right. All right, Mike is the alleged slow speed champion. 2 0. Work it out, work it out. When you need power, 1 0. Real quick, 1 0. Ready? All right, let's do it. I'm gonna walk backwards at 1 pace for everybody. And, you know, I should be way ahead of them. And if not way ahead, nobody should pass me. Now he's on an uphill. It starts on a downhill. Then it goes to an uphill. And this is just getting you accustomed to feeling falling and addressing it, not panicking. See, so now I'm waiting for him. Rear brake, smooth stop, friction brake. Ah, it's terrible. Clutch. That's it, that's clutch. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Keep it loaded. Keep that clutch in the friction zone. You got the clutch all the way in. All right, straighten it out. All right, so when you first started to move, what happened there? As soon as you went to move, foot down. You didn't have the clutch out enough. Started with you opening the clutch too slow. That's all that happened. Falling because you don't have enough power. It's always the same answer. Okay, you know what we're doing here. No rear brake, don't even cover it. You start out 2 0. You've been going to 0 all the time anyway, so this should be easy. 2 0, and then stay at 0 and work it out. When you feel like you need power, it's 1 0. All right. Not 1 0, 1 0. All right. Preload. Let me hit a preload. Give me more. Good. 2. 2. See, that's not 2. 0. All right, stop it. That's 10 push-ups. Front brake. All right, we're going to do it from right there. You're just not opening the clutch enough at first. That's all. That's okay. Well, that's only because it's because of habit, but it's also because you're going so fast that's why that makes sense. All right, but no front brake. Don't worry about that. Rome wasn't built in a day. Preload. Give me more. More. Good. Open the clutch like you mean it. 2-0. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. You're going down. Good. Keep it loaded. 2. Keep it loaded. 2-0. Keep it in. See, you on the brake. I told you no rear brake. Let's try it again. No rear brake. Don't even cover it. Preload. Good. Keep it loaded. 2. Open it like you mean it. 2. See, it's falling? Because you open it up to a 0. You're giving me a 0.5. I need a 2. Okay? Let's do it again. And keep that throttle loaded. Preload. Keep it loaded. Give me more. Good. Keep it loaded. See how it's going down? Listen to that sound. 2. Pull it in. See? What's happening there?
I'm still letting my throttle drop.
That's right. Not keeping it loaded. Keep it loaded. Let's try it again. Okay. Put it in neutral. All right, try it. Okay. All right, preload. Give me some more. More. 2. Open it. 1. Yeah, good. Keep it at 0. Keep it at 0. Work it out. When you need power, open it. Open it. Keep it loaded. Good. Pull it in. Keep it in. Just like that. Just work it out. Good. You on the downhill now, so you don't need any power. Just work it out with the handlebars. Good. When you need power, preload, open the clutch, 1-0. Preload first. 1-0. Don't keep it out. Good. Now you're on an uphill. All right, we're going to come to a stop. Friction brake. Open the clutch. Brake with the clutch open. Thanks for taking me for a walk. Get my steps in, guys. Sometimes you got to go beyond the camera. And the camera is, believe it or not, my second priority. My first priority is them. If they need more distance, give them more distance. All right, Eddie. You ready? That's 10, 20. Tanya, stop dog walking that bike. That's 50, 60. I said Tanya, it's Tasha. That was close. All right, Eddie, smooth stop. Good job, brother. Now, I already know Hector's going to be good at this because he was kind of, when I told him to slow down in the last exercise, he was kind of doing this anyway. And I wanted to tell him, I don't want you to go so slow that when you get near the end of the stop, your handlebars are all over the place. If we want to stop with the handlebars straight, we got to make sure we give it a little bit more clutch to straighten out that bike, to come to a smooth stop, but not with speed. We don't need speed, we just need sufficient power. Smooth stop, friction brake. Good job, man. Excellent job. Yeah, he almost passed me because he gave me a 2-0. Remember, it's 2-0. But he's good now because we're on an uphill. Slow him down a little bit. All right, rear brake, smooth stop. Good job, man. So I want to make sure I always remind people that the goal here is not to be sustained in the friction zone. It's 2-0. 2. Excellent. Now, as you can hear, he keeps a preload, but he keeps a low preload. So it's there if he needs it. Quick 1-0. That way he doesn't even have to worry about it. Rear brake, smooth stop. All right, good job, man. Jerry's another slow speed champion, so this is not gonna be a problem for him. Got a little speed there on that downhill. Uh-oh, Jerry. Okay, the uphill helped him out. The incline. There you go, work it out. Good, good. Rear brake, smooth stop. Beautiful, Jerry. Beautiful. Adam? Good. Good. Rear brake, smooth stop. I'll take it. Good job, man. Bike is looking good, man. Bike is looking good. It's okay. They ain't gonna be perfect. All right, no rear brake. 2-0. Good. Keep it at 0 until you need it, and then 1-0. Beautiful. Excellent, Willis. See? Now I'm waiting for him. All right, smooth stop, smooth stop. Smooth enough. Keep it in until you need it, then 1-0. Good. All right, now you're on an uphill. Nice. Very nice. Rear brake, smooth stop. Good job, man. All right, guys, we're going to move on to everybody's favorite, exercise number 3, trust and believe, and we're going to find out if they truly do trust and believe. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, any questions on that? That was beautiful, not bad at all. I didn't have to tell one person, because I always catch somebody that's just kind of chilling in the friction zone. No, 0. I want you to work it out. I want you to feel something, and I want you to do something. And I want you to realize you don't have to do a lot. That's all that is, guys. Tasha, do you trust and believe that as long as you have sufficient power on the rear wheel, the bike won't fall?
I'm learning that.
Good. Mike, you trust and believe?
Absolutely.
You trust and believe?
Yes, sir.
You trust and believe?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
I believe. I'm not sure how much I trust yet.
Okay. Finesse?
10 toes.
You trust and believe? You trust and believe? Oliver, you trust and believe? You trust and believe? Yeah. You trust and believe? Yeah. Ringer. You trust and believe? Oh, bullshit, Jerry. Now, you know, it's funny because usually somebody gives me a bullshit answer, and I thought Tasha was going to give it to me, but she didn't. Eddie said yes, but he still put a foot down. It still happens every now and then, so it doesn't mean he doesn't trust and believe. But that's what this next exercise is all about. Exercise number 3, trust and believe. Who has never practiced trust and believe before? You haven't? You haven't? You haven't. Okay. All this exercise is, simply put, I'm going to demonstrate it. You're going to sit on the motorcycle.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Anita, morning. Thanks for being the queen of the boss of your motorcycle channel. The driving force behind the champion.
Absolutely. Thank you, baby. Like I said earlier, she's amazing. All right. Last night she did something, I forgot what she did. But sometimes it's the simplest things. And I was like, well, how did you know to do this? And she was like, I know. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, I want for nothing with that woman. And then she said, I want for nothing too, so.
My
Anyway.
lady said, does she have a YouTube channel?
She does not. All right. Smooth stop. So again, the way we're stopping the bike, that's how you stop coming out of a turn. If you try to stop any other way, that's when the bike's going to be wonky. Your handlebars are still going to be turned. How many times have you guys seen motorcycles parked on the street and they're parked backed in but at an angle? Why do you think they park like that? Because nobody wants to turn. So if I park like that, I can kind of go out and make a slight turn. Taking up way more space. The whole advantage of a motorcycle is 90-degree parking. You get way more motorcycles in there, right? So if I'm going to park the bike, I'm going to ride along the curb, or if I can't, like this, ride along the front of your bikes. Then I'm going to head and eyes, same thing I showed you guys. Stage 2, drag the rear brake, make the turn, hold the turn, come to a smooth stop, stay in the friction zone till my foot touches the ground, then pull my clutch in, and then back straight up. Let me just show you that. So I'm riding straight, head and eyes, handlebars, keep the clutch open, brake, 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 straighten out, clutch, 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 smooth stop, and then you back up. That's how you park a motorcycle. All right, trust and believe. We're gonna start on the motorcycle, the bike standing still. Make sure it's in first gear. We're gonna cover the rear brake. We always do this. We're gonna preload the throttle and keep it loaded. Now this is the exercise where keep it loaded, you're gonna be so focused on something else, you're gonna forget about this. Don't worry about it, it happens to everybody. But I want you to focus on that sound. Focus on that sound. And when we were doing exercise number 2 and Tasha's bike went like that, I asked her, what happened there? She gave me the same answer that a lot of people give me. She said, I opened up the clutch too quickly. What's gonna happen if you open up your clutch too quickly, but you have preload? The bike's just gonna move, right? But remember, just as quick as it does this, pulling the clutch in, brings it back to that, or rear brake. So again, the thing was with her, not enough preload, right? The preload was high, and then it went back down. So preload and keep it loaded. Step number 4, clutch right before the friction zone. Now step number 5 is the only thing that's different. You're gonna wait for my command. I'm gonna say, foot up, and as soon as you hear me say foot up, pick this foot up, but I don't want the bike moving. I don't want it moving a millimeter. So a lot of the times I say foot up and people start opening the clutch and I see the bike moving. No, I don't want it moving. Foot up. As soon as you feel the bike start to fall, address it with the clutch and then come to a smooth stop. If you do this properly, the most the bike should move is a couple of feet. Because it's not as much as you think. So, hold up. Mike, help a brother out, please. Mike's gonna yell foot up. But when I tell him I'm ready, he's not gonna just do it right away, because the other point of this is, I don't want you to be ready for it. This is supposed to be a surprise. I used to let people do it on their own time, but we were sitting there doing this shit. Right? Because everybody's trying to make the bike perfectly balanced, because it's a lot easier to do this that way. Now, sometimes you're gonna pick up your foot, and the balance of the bike is gonna work out. You're just gonna be sitting there for a few seconds. But all it's gonna take is a breeze. You're gonna feel the bike starting to fall. Address it, smooth stop. Some of you are gonna pick your foot up like this because you're so nervous. What are you doing to the bike? You're throwing it into a lean right away. Doesn't matter. You're in the exercise. Don't put this foot down. Clutch, rear brake. Okay? So all this is 2 to 1, 2 rear brake. That's all it is. Here we go. Here we go. So we got North Carolina did it. All right. First gear. Covering the rear brake. Head and eye straight ahead. Preload. Clutch right before the friction zone. I got to get some ambassadors that aren't dyslexic. Okay. All right, I'm ready. Hold up. I'm ready. See, if I address it, we ain't done. If I address it as soon as I feel it, that's the most the bike's gonna move. Now I'm gonna pick my foot up, let the bike fall a little bit more, then address it. First gear, covering the rear brake, preload. No matter what I do and how I do it, how much it jerks, at the end, I want it smooth. Because I'm in control of the bike at all times, and that's what we need to be. So I don't care if the bike jerks forward, I want to make a smooth stop. So the difference with me waiting more is look which way my bike is facing. Because I waited longer to address it. I made that movement have to be bigger because I waited longer to do it. So again, I don't want you to have to wait that long. These guys will probably do it anyway just because they're practicing dropping and catching and feeling that falling feeling. But I want the smooth stop at the end. We good? Questions?
Can I just work on one?
After this one, yes, you can. And here's why I'm going to say this to you. Here's the importance of this exercise. There's a young lady named Stephanie Stevens. She just left here. She's been coming to me for private lessons from Atlanta area for over a year now. She comes every month, 2 or 3 days. And she was getting really good. She started on the Rebel, and like I always say, anybody that's riding that kind of bike, the next owner's going to love it. Because people pick motorcycles based on their confidence. Once you get this, your options start changing as far as your skill, but also what you ride. Because the size of the bike is irrelevant. So now she's riding it's a Softail bike. She's so much better, but she's out here and all of a sudden I keep seeing her put her feet down. And I'm like, what's going on? I see a regression. Why are you putting your feet down? So I said, you know what? Screw it. Come on, we're going to go practice exercise number 3, trust and believe. And she said, damn it, I hate that exercise. So I said, wait a minute, you haven't been practicing it? No, because I hate it. So I got in her ass, I got in her husband's ass, because the purpose of that exercise is to get you to stop putting your feet down. Once you truly trust and believe that power is the answer, everything else is easy out here. Everything. Because that's the only thing holding you back. All right, so after we do this, then you can go back and practice 1, 2. Actually, I'd prefer you do 2 first and then go back to 1, right? Because with 2, at least you could do the slow ride. And then at some point while you're doing it, practice braking, friction brake, and then you can kind of, the space that you're doing that within, you can slowly decrease that. This is a marathon, not a sprint, so don't worry about it. You take your time. Are you familiar with Lori? Lori is my Florida ambassador. Well, Lori's been riding 2 years now. April 13th made 2 years for her. Lori did 1,000 miles in a parking lot before she ever went on the road. And she kills it now on her bike. There's no rush to get on the road. Anybody can ride a motorcycle at speed. When I say ride, I mean get on it and ride. But to be an operator of the bike, this is where bosses are created. This is what it's all about. You go to another country, this is mandatory. They look at us like we're crazy. And the first thing they say is it's because of the size of our bikes. Everybody's riding bikes that are too big. It's not that. They just don't have any training. You don't know what you don't know. So my father taught him, his father taught him, just generations of bad information just being spread. I don't blame them. And that's why I do this. It's free on YouTube. You just got to invest the time, watch the damn videos, the people bitching about the videos being long. Listen, you get out what you put in. It's just that simple. All right. Any questions about any of that? We're going to do it over here where you guys already are. I'll be waiting for you over there. Good. Friction brake, friction brake. Beautiful. Put up. Beautiful, finesse. Beautiful. See? Barely moved. All right, don't stop at those bars turn. Foot up! No, I'm just kidding. Head 9 straight ahead. Foot up! What happened to my stop? Oh no, hold on. Cover the brake. Cover the brake. Two rear brake, two rear brake, two rear brake. Two, rear brake, keep it loaded. Good, keep it loaded, 2. That was 3. Where's your helmet? You got authorization to go helmetless?
Yeah, he took it.
Okay.
He said you don't really have to ride it without it.
Okay. All right, first gear, covering the rear brake. We're gonna do it a couple of times. That's it. Preload. Let me hear you preload.
Hand out of ordinary.
Good. Keep it low. See, as soon as you hear it go high, you get off of it. Just let it go. Let me hear it. Preload. Preload. Right there. Keep it there. Keep it there. Bring this right before the friction zone. Right before it. Good. Slowly open. Slowly open. Make sure you're not holding the brake. Slowly open. Keep opening. Keep open. All right. Pull it in a little. That's what. No. See, you keep pulling it in all the way. Pull it right before 1. So let's try that again. You don't even have to preload it first. Just keep open. Open. Right there. Pull it right before that. Nope. That's too much. Open. 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 Right before that. Pull it in a little. Right there. That's where you live. All right. Preload the throttle. Give me some more. Pull the clutch in a little. There you go. That's where you live. Right there. Right there. When I say foot up, pick your foot up. Ready? And then open the clutch. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Foot up. Clutch. Clutch. All right. Let's try it again. Everybody does that. Don't worry about it. Everybody. Let's try it again. At least we got the clutch position down now. That's what was wrong before. Preload. Good. Good. Give me some more. Give me more. Good. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Keep it right there. Foot up. Foot. Nope. Nope. Let's try it one more time. One more time. I ain't gonna push it too much.
No, I need it.
And the bike ain't gonna go nowhere, so you can keep your feet up. I got my hand on it too. All right. I'm not holding it up, but I won't let it fall. Good. Give me some more preload. Good. Foot up. Good. Clutch. Clutch. Try it again.
I don't know what I'm doing today.
We ain't doing that. You gotta be patient with yourself. You watch the videos, you know everybody struggles with this. All right, get that clutch right before the friction zone. Foot up. Clutch. Try it again.
Okay.
Foot up. Clutch, 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 clutch.
Oh, I'm not letting out my clutch.
You're not.
Okay.
It's in neutral.
Oh, that's why.
Probably hit the heel shifter by mistake. All right, preload. Open that clutch a little bit more. Pull it in a little. Good, there we go. Foot up. Clutch, clutch, clutch. All right, one more time. Pull it in a little, clutch. Good. Foot up. Clutch, 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 clutch. All right. All right. Foot up. Smooth stop. Beautiful, Eddie. All right, terrible stop. Heck, terrible. All right, good. With first gear covering the rear brake, yes, preload. Foot up. Now you're moving. Okay, here we go. There we go. Smooth stop, easy on that rear brake. That's 10. That's 20. Good, friction brake, friction brake. All right. Preload. Put up. Smooth stop. Beautiful, Jerry. Beautiful. Like I said, you do it right, you're not gonna. Adam, let's go. You do it right, you're not gonna. It's not gonna. Bike's not gonna move much at all. Address it as soon as you feel it. That's what I mean by do it right. Because not addressing it right away, you can still do it right, as long as you don't put your foot down. Friction brake. All right, first gear. Covering the rear brake, yes. Preload, yes. Head nod straight ahead. Don't forget to come to a smooth stop. Foot up. All right, yeah. You were fine. You just didn't keep the clutch open enough. Yeah. Good job, man. Yeah, he was fine. The bike was turning and it just kept going because he didn't give it enough power. All right. Foot up. Exactly. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Man, you like a boss pulling out of there. Ah, beautiful. One of the best things he did was change these bars. Life changing. All right, man. First gear, covering the rear brake. Reload. Don't forget to come to a smooth stop. Put up. Excellent, man. Excellent. Friction brake, straighten out. Ah, see that dive at the end? That's what we got to get rid of. All right. First gear, covering the rear brake. Preload. Head 9 straight ahead. Don't forget to come to a smooth stop. Put up. All right, try it again. Put up. Stop, stop, stop. Try it again. Back it up. Remember, when you pick up your foot, make sure that bike's not moving at all. Mark. Trust and believe.
I believe it. I don't trust myself.
Preload. Foot up. Shit, that was it, man. You had it. All right, what happened there?
Pull the clutch in.
That's right. Because you opened it, I was like, good, and then you pull it right back in.
Pull the clutch in, jab the brake.
All right, so we got it. We got it. We just got to make sure we don't pull the clutch all the way back in. Preload. Preload. Put up. Now you're moving. Make sure it's not moving when you pick up your foot. Preload. Put up. There, yeah, keep it loaded. I knew it was coming. That throttle's low. Good. Preload. Give me some more preload. Good. Keep it right there. Put up. Now you're moving. Make sure that bike's not moving. So that just means you're in the friction zone a little bit. Yep. Give me some more preload. Put up. You're moving. Trust and believe, Mark. Pick up that foot. I don't want the bike moving a millimeter. Reload. Put up. There you go. Ah, so you don't trust it. You went to open the hand. Here's what happened. The pinky opened. Everything else stayed the same. All right, last time. Last time. Put up. There you go. Good, 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 good. There you go. Remember, keep it open. Keep it open. That's how we stop. Friction brake. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good. Friction brake, friction brake. Beautiful stop. All right. First gear, covering the rear brake. Yes. Preload. Head and 9 straight ahead. Don't forget to come to a smooth stop. Put up. Good job, man. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. This is where it starts getting a little bit more interesting because now we're going to start introducing turning, but no leaning, and that's the interesting part. All right, let's do it. All right, guys, any questions, trust and believe. That exercise is relevant every time you get on your bike, period. If you're putting your feet down, you're not trusting and believing. That's all that is, okay? All right, that brings us to exercise number 4. This is right turns, left turns from a stop. Now we're going to introduce some turning, but we're still not leaning. I don't want you leaning the bike in here. So I asked you guys earlier who likes riding on gravel, and Hector was like, I love it. So good. And he's going to be good at this anyway. That's what this is. This is the gravel road, but making a turn on it. So all we're doing in this exercise, guys, is on the approach. That's exercise number 2, but with the rear brake. It's a slow ride. And then we're going to make a turn. Now, the problem is when people turn, they start changing stuff. Try to keep everything as the same as possible. There's always going to be small modifications you need to make, but again, they're small. So if I'm making this turn and I feel my bike start to fall inward, Adam, how do I correct that? That's right, I need power. If you had to use the numbers of the stages of the friction zone, how would you fix it? Are you staying at a 2? So you're saying go 1, 2, 1? Okay. I'm already at a 2. So what I'm going to do is, I'm at a 1. I'm going to do a 2 to 1. But I already showed you when I'm doing that circle, I'm keeping the clutch in 2 and I'm just using the brake. So all I'm going to do is off the brake, on the brake. Off the brake, on the brake. That's how I do that. What if I'm making this same turn, but I feel the bike starting to fall to the right? How do I correct that, Adam?
Brake, slow down.
That's right, because it has to be the opposite of the other one. If I needed to give power falling this way, I need to take power away if it's going this way, because the bike is always going to want to fall the direction the handlebars are turned. If it's trying to go the other way, you got a little bit too much power, because remember, we're going like 2 miles per hour. So it ain't going to take much to kind of try to throw it that way, okay? Good, so as long as you know that, you know how to make corrections, this is fine. It's not going to always work out the way you want it to, but that's why we're on that rear brake. Now, when my ambassador does this, he's going to do this brakeless, okay? We're going to do this 3 times, allegedly, one going left, 3 times going right. What's your strength, right turns or left turns? Left? 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 What's your strength, right turns or left turns? We'll find out today. That's why we come here. Good.
It changes. Sometimes right.
Sometimes right. Okay.
I'm about same on both of them anymore.
Okay. Left. Okay. Jerry's answer is a little BS. I'm not saying it's impossible, but everybody has one side that's better than the other. Why? One side feels better. It's always back to the feelings, because the motorcycle operates the same way no matter which way you turn the bars. So it's based on how we feel. So, first time, straight through. If you don't make it straight through the first time, the second time, I just want you to go straight through. If you made it straight through, I'm going to have you come to a stop. Maybe. I might make you go through twice. We'll see. When you come to a stop, I want a smooth stop. I don't want you gliding into the stop. And you can stop anywhere in this box, meaning your front wheel. So the furthest you can be is right here. If you want to be to the right to make a left turn, that's no problem. I don't have a problem with that. Again, it's not a competition. But at some point, not today, but at some point in your riding career, I need you to be comfortable doing a stop turn from here. Because out in the real world, sometimes you can't stop from there and still see around the turn. Sometimes there's a car, SUV, parked right here. So back here. And I don't want you to get to a situation out in the real world and go, damn it. Because now when you hesitate, that's when you're dangerous. That's when you overcompensate. You do something too much. I want you to be out there in the real world, and everything you encounter, you go, that's exercise number blah, blah, blah. That's this, that's that. Because I'm guaranteeing you, everything we do out here is relevant out there. Everything. All the time. If you didn't know it before, you're going to learn today. It's always relevant. And then the next time you come through, you're going to stop. You're going to make this turn and stop. Now, when I have my ambassador stop, I'm going to make him stop on the inside of this cone and up here. And he's going to have to start with the handlebars turned. All he's doing is a drop catch. He can't do a drop catch because there's no leaning here. That's gravel. He'll be on his ass. Okay? And then we're going to do the same thing, go in the other direction. Questions? So approaching, I'm doing friction brake, stage 2. I'm dragging the brake, head and eyes. And I'm just standing by, waiting to see what I feel. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. I want you to hold the turn so you end up in the middle, right here. Then we're going to do it from a stop. I want a smooth stop. Friction brake, clutch, 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 clutch. Head and eyes. Foot up, 2 to 1. 2 rear brake, I'm sorry. Not 2 to 1, 2 rear brake. I don't expect you to go this slow. Right in the middle. And lastly, we're gonna stop. We're gonna make the turn, smooth stop. And nice. 2 rear brake. 2 rear brake. Straighten out. Friction brake, friction brake. Smooth stop. Oh, and notice what you don't see, guys, is when I'm making that turn, you don't see my foot doing this on the brake. Is it okay for you to dab at the brake? Absolutely. But it should be so slight. Because again, 2 miles per hour is the fastest we can go here. The last thing you want to do is be disturbing the bike by jamming the brake. So again, on that approach, that's when you're trying to find, I like this. Stay there. Then, if you don't want to complicate stuff, like I can tell Jerry until I'm blue in the face, Jerry, just use the brake. But Jerry, he likes to manipulate his clutch. He's fine. So you'll notice that Jerry, it's not as much as it used to be, but Jerry's bike used to look like a damn mechanical bull out here. 3 seconds. But he never put a foot down, right? So that shows that he's comfortable with that. But I'm trying to let him know, Jerry, you can be nice and easy. So I find some pressure and I just drag it. Drag it. Drag it. All right. Questions? All right, let's do it. That nice, good. Excellent, Mike, excellent. Did you say boo? That nice, Eddie. Hold that turn, hold that turn. Beautiful, right in the middle, Eddie. Right in the middle. Good, head nice, Jerry. Hold that turn. Beautiful, right in the middle. Good, slow down, slow down. Head nice. Hold that turn, hold that turn. Good job, man. Good job. No, we're not stopping yet. He's gonna need new balls. That thing is just missing him. Straight through, no stopping. Slow down, slow down. Good. Head nice. On my camera. On my camera. On my camera. Yeah, if that's gravel, you're on your ass. Nice and easy on that brake. Hector, nice and easy on that brake. I don't want the bike jumping around because it's not necessary. I know he can do it, but I don't want to see it. Good. Head nice on my camera. That's 10, 20. Good. Head nice on my camera. Keep looking at it. Hold that turn. Hold that turn. Easy on that brake. Good job, Willis. Good. No, we're not stopping. Straight through. Head nice on my camera. Keep looking at it. Hold that turn. Hold that turn. Clutch. Watch that foot. 20, 30. You had it, man. You had it. Same thing, Mike. Same thing. No brake. That nice? Nice, Mike. Straight through, Mark. Straight through. Head nice? Beautiful. Straight through, Eddie. Good. Head nice on my camera. Nice, Eddie. Beautiful, Eddie. Straight through, Jerry. Straight through. Slow down, slow down. Nice and easy. Beautiful, Jerry. Right in the middle. Good. Slow it down a little. Good. Head nice. Start turning. Hold that turn. Hold the turn. Beautiful. Right in the middle. You're going to need new bars. This thing is just touching your leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I put 12 on it, but they were just a little bit too much for me.
You think so? How tall are you?
6 foot.
6 what?
6 foot.
12 is fine, man. Just got to pull him back a little. I heck the nice and easy. I want it smooth, baby. Smooth. I don't like the speed. Oh, there we go. There we go. Right in the middle, Hector. Beautiful. Keep it slow. Preload that throttle. The whole engine's shaking. Good. Keep it loaded. Easy on the brake. Easy on the brake. See how you're jabbing it? Yeah, you're causing that bike to bounce. Straight through. Good. No, we ain't stopping. Straight through. Good. Head nice. Hold that turn. Hold the turn. There we go. Good job. Straight through. Straight through. Good. Slow it down. Slow it down. Start turning. Hold that turn. Good job, man. Okay. Straight up, no leaning, please. Drop catch. All right, reset, reset, reset. Go back. You got to back up some more. Back up some more. Right there. That's 10. Trust and believe, Mike. It's 10. No lean, Mark. 2 rear brake. Drop and catch, baby. That was a throw and catch. Ah, too much drop. I'll take it, though. Smooth. Wherever you want to stop, Eddie. Beautiful. All right, straight through. Beautiful, Eddie. Beautiful. Work of art. All right. Turn the lock. All right, Jerry. No lean, Jerry. No lean. Head nods. Drop and catch, brother. Drop and catch. Wherever you want to stop, Adam. Wherever you want to stop. Friction brake. Friction brake. All right, straight through. Head nods on my camera. Hold the turn, hold the turn. Good job, man. Okay. Lock. That's how you start. No lean. 2 rear brake. 2 rear brake. Head nods, head nods. Good job, man. Beautiful. Straight through, straight through. Good job, man. Straight through. Don't stop. Nice and easy. Good. Keep the clutch where it is. Keep the clutch where it is. Start turning. Just light pressure on the brake. Clutch. That's 10. Good. Friction brake. Friction. Nah, come on. That's the old Willis. That's Willis 1.0. Come on. All right.
Okay, let's see.
Turn the handlebars that way a little bit. Yeah. Drop catch. 2 rear brake. 2 rear brake. Head nods that way. 2 rear brake.
All right.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There we go. Trust me, I know. Wherever you want to stop. Willis is down himself. I know he's got that. I'm watching him. Beautiful. All right. Head nods on the camera. Straight through. 2 rear brake. 2 rear brake. Good. Easy on the brake. Don't dab at it. Yeah, that's the only thing that messed you up. You're dabbing it. All right. Lock it. Smooth stop right here, Mike. Keep it loaded. Friction brake. Friction brake. Excellent. Right turn's next. All right. Smooth stop. I'll take it. Good job. Right turn's next. Friction brake. Friction brake. Ah. All right, smooth stop. Make up for it over here. Eddie, it's a thing of beauty, man. It's a thing of beauty. Beautiful. Drop catch. You're doing drop catch. That's when you're going to lean. Drop catch. You just needed to go that way a little bit. Smooth stop, Jerry. There we go. There we go. Easy with that brake, Jerry. Friction brake, friction brake. Woo! Nice, Jerry. Right turn's next. Jerry's question was, how do I drop in catch without leaning? Drop catch. All right. Smooth stop over here. Head nods on my camera. Good. Hold that turn. Braking, 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 braking. Straighten out. Yeah, don't give up on it, man. You had it. All right, right turn's next. Good job. All right, smooth stop. Straight up, no lean. Head nods on my camera. Beautiful. Outstanding, Hector. Right turn's next. Straight through. Good. Drag the brake. Keep the clutch where it is. Start turning. Hold the turn. Easy. See that brake? That brake again. When you're going that slow, anything that you do to the bike is going to disturb the balance. So he's hitting the brake like this. He's making the front suspension compress. It's making the falling feeling increase. He doesn't like it. So instead of opening the clutch more, foot down. 10 push-ups. Smooth stop, friction brake, friction brake. I thought we established this already. You can doubt yourself, don't doubt me. I know what I'm seeing. You're fine. Smooth stop, 2 rear brake. There we go. That's 10. Don't get shook, man. You were good. All right, right turn's next. Beautiful. Give me another one right here. Now, when you turn, a lot of the times, you're turning late, so it's causing you to have to just start turning a little bit early, and you're fine. Good. 2 rear brake. Start turning. Hold that turn. Brake, brake, brake. See how you're straightening out? Because you're going faster. That's the only reason you straightened out. So instead of you being in the middle, you're over there. It's the first world problem, though. Good job. All right. Mike's going brakeless. Head nods on my camera. Next time you come through and you do that, I want you to jerk these bars to the right. Because you're wide only because you're turning late. As soon as you get past those corners, turn. No brake, no brake. Head nods. I'm going to tell you the same thing I told him. When you get past those cones, jerk the handlebars. Just jerk it. Okay. Good job, man. Looking good, Eddie. Good. Head nice. No leaning. Straight through. Head nods on my camera. Start turning. Hold that turn. See how you're straightening out? Hold that turn. Turn it. Excellent, Adam. Excellent. He's not that comfortable leaning right, but he didn't put a foot down. He actually kind of paused and gave himself a chance to turn the bars and then give the power back. Beautifully done. Go ahead. Nods on my camera. No leaning. You're leaning. No leaning, Hector. No leaning. Straight through. Good. Start turning. Easy on that brake. Easy on that brake. Good. Head nice. Good. Hold that turn. Hold that turn. Beautiful. Right in the middle. Beyond the middle. Show him how it's done, man. Show him how it's done. Slow down. Slow down. Good. Start turning. That's the key to be going slow like that. Go. Hold that turn. Hold the turn. Clutch. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, brother. Same thing. No brake. As soon as you get past those cones, turn it. Man, you're still babying it. Turn it like you mean it, Mike. Turn it like you mean it. A little too much speed. So you couldn't turn it like you meant it. Road glide. Beautiful. That's right in the middle, baby. Straight through. Slow down, Jerry. Good, keep it slow like that. Look at the difference in your turn when you go that slow. Beyond the middle. Beautiful, Jerry. There we go. Drag that brake, start turning. Keep the clutch where it is. Hold that turn. Beautifully done, Adam. Right in the middle. Like father, like son. All right, Hector, no lean. Head nice, camera. Good, straight up. That's what I'm talking about, brother. Beautifully done. Good. Keep the clutch where it is. Start turning. Turn those bars. Rear brake. Just drag it. Drag it. Hold the turn. There you go. Money, baby. As soon as I don't say hold it, you don't hold it. Beautiful though, beautiful. Good, head and eyes. Nice and slow. Clutch, clutch. All right. No brake. So 1-0. Excellent, Mike. Throw a little monkey wrench in there. All right, 1-0, no brake. There you go, cut that power, good, good. He saw the bike was starting to fall to the right, cut the power until it goes back to the left. I mean to the right, he felt it going to the left. All right, straight through. Head nice, beautiful. Now you saw his bike dive. That's just the initial correction. A lot of people do that to get the bike back in balance. Dive, get it back up, and now you go to the subtle brake movements. That's what that was, so that's fine. All right, that last one was beautiful, Jerry. Perfect speed. Looks like Jerry got some new boots too. First world problems. All right, straight through, Adam. 2 rear brake. It's okay. Go, hold the turn, hold the turn. See how you're coming out of it early? Hold it longer next time. All right, right turn. Head nods. No lean. You had that, you had it. Straight through. Go easy, easy. Watch the speed, watch the speed. Start turning. Turn those bars. Yeah, head and eyes too. Head and eyes too, Mark. I don't remember Mark's answer, but it looks like he likes rights better than lefts. Here, like I said, people usually answer for U-turns because they don't turn like this. Smooth stop, friction brake, friction brake. Nah, it's the old Willis. Come on up, man. Yep, right there. Willis 2.0. All right, head and eyes, throw and catch. Throw catch. Throw catch, rear brake. Rear brake, good. Hold the turn. Hold that turn. Outstanding, Willis. Woo! I mean, just outstanding. And he was still doubting himself when I said come up that much. He was like, oh, I know what I'm seeing. All right. Straight through. Head and eyes on my camera. Reset. So remember, this is a throw and catch. You got to make sure you throw the bike a little bit to the right. Yeah, you could if you want. Absolutely. All right now. So now you want to start with the boss turn. Yeah, here we go. 2 rear brake, but throw it and catch it. Throw catch. Yeah, so you didn't throw it. Throw catch, brother, throw catch. Trust and believe. Good, throw it. All right, we got the throw. We got to catch it. And so remember, because we don't want to lean in here, it's throw catch, not throw catch. From right there, we're going to go that way. Turn the handlebars, 2 rear brake, that's all that is, or 1 rear brake. But throw it over a little bit. See, you got to throw it. There we go, good catch, good correction. All right, smooth stop. Terrible stop. Take a break. Good job, man. All right, smooth stop. There we go. Nice throw. Nice. Take a break. All right, smooth stop. Terrible stop, Eddie. Take a break. Take a break. Smooth stop. Beautiful, Jerry. Take a break. Good. Friction brake. All right. Smooth stop over here. Good. Start turning. Hold that turn. We come into a smooth stop. Stay in the friction zone. Straighten out. Friction brake. Yeah, see, don't give up. As soon as you get ready to straighten out, you put that foot down. Ride it to the end. But good job. Take a break. Smooth stop. Excellent, Hector. Give me another one over here. Good job, man. Take a break. Straight through. Good. Stay at that speed. Start turning. Just drag the brake if you need it. Turn those bars. Turn those bars. So you picked up speed. Ah! Take a break, Mark. He was good, and then when he didn't like the way it felt, he opened the clutch. Now, yeah, that's the answer sometimes, but that wasn't the answer right there. Because sometimes something's in front of you. So if that's a car or wall, him opening the clutch puts him into it. All he had to do was turn those bars, pull a little bit of power away, rear brake, turn the bars. Smooth stop. See? Right here. Making this turn. Good. Hold the turn. Why are you coming out of it? See how you keep coming out of it? Now you're facing that way? Right. If I leave you to your own devices, you come out early. If I say hold it, you hold it. Good job, man. Take a break. All right, redemption. Smooth stop right here. Head knives on my camera. Good. Good. Rear brake. Clutch, clutch. Go back around. Do it again. Sometimes it's good going last. You get to go again. All right. Remember, throw it a little bit, catch it, smooth stop. All right, so what got you there?
I pulled the clutch in.
That's true, but what led to it is this with the brake. Yeah. As soon as you felt that, that's when you said, oh shit, and you pulled the clutch in. Good job, man. Take a break. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 5, single serpentine, where now we're gonna start turning, leaning, and transitioning. And all of that's important, we're gonna talk about it. All right, let's do it. Any questions from exercise number 4? Right turns, left turns from a stop. Man, I loved what I saw in there today. I mean, I loved it. So, Mark, What did you say you like better, right turns or left turns?
I said left.
Yeah, it's rights in there, right? And that's usually the case. When I ask that question, your answer that you're giving me is for U-turns, because most people don't turn like that, right? That's a whole different level of skill. Anything we do on our motorcycles takes way more skill to do it very slowly than anything fast, because when we go faster, we need speed. Speed gives us assistance. So we have a little bit of assistance with the U-turns. That is all on you. So some of you guys, I said slow down, and when you slowed it down, it was a much, Jerry, where's Jerry? Yeah. Oh, forget about right in the middle. He was beyond the middle, like that, and hold that turn. If I told Willis, hold the turn, man, he held it. He looked beautiful. As soon as I don't tell him, he's coming out early, right? Adam, too, is coming out those turns early. Hold those turns. You're going to hear me talking about that, actually, in this exercise and moving forward, holding turns. All right, this is exercise number 5, single serpentine. Who has never practiced this exercise like this with 3 cones? Okay, good. Okay, good. So I added extra cones because I need people to start wide and stay wide. If I give you a single cone, like when I first started doing this out here, it was the small cones like those. Forget about it. People were just doing this. And they would look back and see I didn't hit a cone. But their bag is going over every cone. So keep in mind, the goal out here is not just to get through an exercise. It's how you get through it. We're always working on technique. But we talked about it earlier. This is not like it's a whole bunch of different techniques. I say this all the time. When I went to motorcycle school, it's not like they said, okay, congratulations, you're in the Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. We're going to show you some techniques nobody else knows. And they open up the golden briefcase. It's the same shit, right? Throttle, clutch, rear brake. And so that's why I always tell people, once you get this, it all starts with 1 through 3. Once you trust and believe, sky's the limit. Anything that you do, although we're not doing competitions out here, it's the same thing, okay? Because no matter how tight they make it in a competition, it's going to be spec for the bike you ride. So if it's a Harley-Davidson touring bike, it's not going to be less than 16 feet for a turn or U-turn or whatever. If it's his bike, it could be 12 feet. Right? That bike, it turns a lot and it can lean a lot. But even with Hector would come through and everything looks good. And then all of a sudden, now even though he's doing that, he's not putting feet down because he's comfortable with it. But I still don't want to see it because all that's showing me is you're still not being smooth enough with the brake. And that's what we're trying to do, refine all of our movements into the bike to keep it smooth. Eddie was coming through one time. He did it from a standstill. He went to go to move the bike, and when he picked up his foot, his front suspension dove like that. I got no problem with that. And why do I say that? Because sometimes once you get this, sometimes that's a correction. It actually will make the bike get back to where you need it. Because after he did that, he didn't keep doing that. He went like this, boom, and then there was just dragging the brake, nice, smooth inputs. But it shouldn't be like this the whole time. And I was this close to taking your brake away from you, Mark, because sometimes that's necessary. All right, this exercise, guys, now I want lean. And some of you watch, you ain't gonna give it to me. I want leaning, we're still turning the handlebars, and we're transitioning now. And we need to do this fluidly, that's the goal, fluidity. So, a couple of things. One, see this white line? And that white line. These are the white lines I don't want you going beyond. When you approach, we're gonna be coming this way. When you guys approach, and I see it all the time, I don't want you to mosey into the turn. I want you to dip the bike into this first turn because you got to dip it into every other turn. So let's start the proper way. Plus, I'm grooming you for U-turns because the main issue I have with U-turns is people don't want to commit to the handlebar turn and the lean right away. They want to mosey into it. That's why the turn is so wide. Now, this is going to involve your comfort. I'm going to tell you, come here and dip. But people are always looking for the path of least resistance. So even though I told you don't go past this line, I'm going to have somebody over here so that you can just go straight in. You don't have to dip the bike. No. I want you to come straight. Don't start turning early. Get right here. Dip the bike into that turn and hold that turn. What is holding turns by us?
Time and space.
Space and time, that's right. So the reason why I want you to hold this turn is because I don't want you hugging my cones. Now, if you come in here and dip the bike and you're this close to these cones, that's great. You want to be closer to these cones than those. Because if you make this turn this close, this is going to start tightening up on you. Now, you can always fix that. How would you fix that, Hector?
Turn earlier for the next one or set it up for a close pass.
That's right. Slow down, hold the next turn longer. That's right. That's going to require you to lean a little bit more, but that's fine if you're comfortable with that. Because this is not about dragging boards. None of that is about anything out here. It's just to get you comfortable and confident leaning the bike, right, and making turns. So I come in here, I dip the turn, and I hold the turn. Hold it. When I transition, I'm transitioning about here because the bike is still moving forward. So by the time I get it fully turned, I'm out here. Look at all the space I have from this cone. And I'm going to hold this turn. What most people do is when they get here, they start coming out of the turn. And now you're just going straight to this. Your handlebar should never be straight in here. If they're straight in here, it means you're not holding a turn long enough. Hold that turn, transition, hold it, hold it, hold it, transition. If I do it like that, I'm fluid, I'm wide, and I don't need my brakes. I got more space and time, so I don't need the brake. But if you need it, you can make a correction. Here's what doesn't make sense anymore out of the rest of the exercises we're doing this to the brake. This was good exercises 1 through 4 because we're moving very slowly straight up. But once we start leaning, and that means we have speed, this is counterproductive to what we want, which is fluidity. So if we're going to give brake, we drag it. Off, on, drag. Off, on, drag. This, while you're trying to be smooth, making a U-turn, no good. We're good? All right. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to be brakeless. Mark's going to be brakeless. Jerry's going to be brakeless. Willis is going to be brakeless. Yeah, Eddie's going to be brakeless too. Don't use your brake. Now, if you stay wide, hold those turns, trust me, you're not going to need it. Head and eye straight ahead. Stay in the friction zone. Now, with these guys, if they're going brakeless, you might be doing 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, right? But if you find a good spot and you can stay there, just stay there. For the rest of you that are going to use the brake, if you want to drag the brake the whole time, that's fine, as long as the bike's not fighting, right? And how do you know if the bike's fighting? I forgot to tell you guys this earlier. If you're in the friction zone and you're dragging the rear brake, take your foot off the brake. If you take your foot off of the brake, the bike should just kind of gradually speed up. If it goes like this, too much clutch. You're making it fight, okay? I'm going to go back around so I can do the approach. Dip. I want that dip. Don't mosey. This is the exercise that when you first go through, you might be a little timid, a little stiff. We're going to do it about 3 times. Just start loosening up. Start throwing this damn bike around. And when you transition, guys, transition. Every time you transition, throw the bike over, just like that first turn. Transition, throw it over. Transition, throw it over. Right into the lean. So I'm going to start wide, dip it in. Stay wide. Dip it in. Transition. Head and eye, straight ahead. I'm going to do that again. Pay attention to something. What stands out about that? You're hitting the throttle blip, right? Well, how am I throttle blipping the bike in the middle of a serpentine? How come the bike's not lunging for it? Because the clutch is in, right? So that means that every time I transition, that means I'm pulling the clutch in. I'm not saying you have to do that, but what I'm letting you know is throttle blipping, I just like the way it sounds, but it's always easier to turn the bars when there's no power trying to push it forward, okay? Again, you don't need to do that. I just do that because I think the shit is cool. All right. Any questions? All right, let's do it. Beautiful, Jerry. All right, Eddie McLean, no brake. Hold those turns, Eddie. Good. There we go. Start wide, stay wide. Nice, Eddie. No brake, Hector, no brake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Watch those bags, Hector. All right, Willis, no brake. Uh-oh. Watch that speed. You got no brake to slow you down. That's okay. It's his first time doing it with no brake. He'll correct it on the second try. You can't be going too fast, guys, because we're turning. We got to be able to turn. Wow, what the hell are you doing? Come on, Willis. Get the... Nah, don't keep doing it. Get out of here. Oh, my God. That's 50 push-ups. 50 push-ups. You got a wire hanging down on your bike, too, Mark. Underneath it. Dip it in. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it's right on top of you. It's right on top of you. That started right from the beginning. Yep. Dip that bike in there, brother, and hold the turn. Reload. Transition. Throw it in there. Transition. Throw it over. Who's up? Nah, you're too wide. You're too wide. Yeah, you were way too wide. All right. You're too wide, yeah. Too wide. And you're starting the first turn too late. Good, keep your speed up so you can lean, good. Good job, do it again. Beautiful, Jerry. Dip it in. Nice, Eddie. Beautiful. All right. The heck they're not with these big ass bags. Yeah, a lot of speed. Slow it down right there. Dip it in. Good. Nice. Nice transitions. Very nice. Smooth as butter. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Dip it in. Transition. Hold that. Transition. Yeah, those transitions to the left. All right. Come on, Willis. That bike should be running, ready to go. Get in, get in, get in. Good. Hold that turn. Transition. Throw it in there. Transition. All right, getting better. Jerry, one more time. Uh-oh. Very nice, Jerry. He used the leaning to slow that bike down because no rear brake. Beautifully done. Stay inside the line. Transition. That's right. Eddie's always out here having the ball, talking and singing during the exercise. Nice. All right. There we go. There we go. I shouldn't have said there we go. Yeah, man, you had. Once you saw that bike was going, clutch, rear brake. I had him here. All right. There we go. Hold that turn. Damn, got to turn that a little bit more. Good job, man. It's too wide, Willis. You're too wide. I told you guys it's going to happen. Somebody's always going to go wider than I told them. The path of least resistance. Keep that speed up, Willis, so you can lean. I know I introduced something new to him today, and it's kind of throwing him off. But I bet you he's going to practice that now, and that's what this is all about. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn. Let's do it. Questions, comments, concerns? If I had you do it brakeless, it's just adding a little element. The brake gives us what? Correction and control. So we're never going to say, all right, no, in the real world, let me take it away. But it's to refine your clutch control. That's all that is. And this, in my opinion, this is the easiest exercise to do it in. Right, well, this and this one right here. But like if I ask you to do it brakeless, exercise number 4, right turn, I should have asked Jerry to do that. Did I ask you to do that brakeless? No, I didn't. I should have. That's a little bit more difficult, but at the end of the day, it really isn't, because all we're doing is over there, 1-0, 1-0. Here it's 2-1. 2-1 because we need power, we need speed. Okay. Did you ever do that brakeless before?
First time.
Yeah, I knew it. And that first time he was a little bit, but that's the thing about this. Once you get it, you go back, you reevaluate it, and you go and do it. And that's because now you have options. You know it's not but so much that you need to do, right? Smooth, smooth. Adam, smooth. Hector, smooth. Mark, always smooth. Smooth, but every time you get into that lean that's going, you give up on it. Clutch, baby. Pick that baby right back up. And yeah, the transitions are getting you, right? Oh, and I told you it's always one. I told you you're going to be that guy today, man. I told you guys, don't go past this line. Every time he's over here. I tell you, man, it's the path of least resistance.
Hey, Rob, when doing that drill, is it possible to whip that front tire so fast that you lose your traction from the front?
I doubt it, unless there's sand on the ground. But if it's just a ground like this, no, because you ain't gonna be able to move it, but so fast. You know, not on these bikes. Maybe on Hector's bike you can move it a little bit faster. Maybe I was seeing things. Is your front tire properly inflated?
Oh, I don't know. It should be good. Last time I checked it. But
Oh, okay.
I have the valve stem on it.
It could just be me. It looked low, but sometimes tires look low and they're not. All right, guys. This is exercise number 6. This is the infamous U-turn. This is what most people tell me I need work with, Robert. Please help me with U-turns. But like I told you guys earlier, work on 1 through 4, 5, 6. When I see people in 6 barely wanting to do that commitment, this is going to be a problem for them, because when I'm asking you for this, you're not going to give it to me. When you guys are coming in here, we're going to do 3 U-turns, going to the left, 3 going to the right. Maybe more, we'll see. The first time we do it, we're just going to go straight through. So as you're approaching that U-turn, that's the time to get together. Preload. I like the way it sounds. Set it and forget it. Clutch. What stage of the friction zone you're in. Whatever it is, if it's appropriate, just keep it there. What comes first? Head and eyes or handlebars? Head and eyes. So when I turn my head and my eyes, I'm going to try to look at that camera. Or look at Finesse's motorcycle, whatever. But look over your shoulder. As soon as you turn your head and your eye, guys, I want you to turn the handlebars, and I want you to commit to the lean right away. I mean right away. Now, as I say that, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get a slight turn, a slight lean, and when you get up to about the 12 o'clock spot and you look at those cones, oh shit, I'm not going to make this. Then you're going to turn the bars more and lean more. But by then, you're well past. The yellow cones, just so you guys know, that's 24 feet. So if you're over here, 24 feet is the yellow cone. It's a visible line going down. When you're making right turns, it's this cone. This is the 18-foot box. This is not necessary. But as I say that, I know some people want it. So I know Eddie's going to be in here. I know Hector's going to be in here. I know Willis is going to allegedly be in here. I know I know Jerry's going to be in here. I know Mark's going to be in shit. That's going to be a lot of people in here. Why don't I just get rid of the rest of it? Nah, I'm kidding. So the only difference between 18 feet, we talked about this earlier, 18 feet and 27 feet is your confidence, right? But I'm going to let you know that if you give me a commitment of a handlebar turn and a lean right away, you don't need to give me a lot of it. And you will be in 20 feet easy. Because that's all I'm really looking for, 20 feet. 24 feet's a country road, so 20 feet's beautiful. Why is 20 feet beautiful for me? Because if you're out there in the real world and you need to make a U-turn on the country road and you need to do it with some haste, if you're not really confident, wherever you normally are here, you'll probably be a little bit wider out there. So if you're 20 feet here, 24 feet should be easy for you out there, all right? Remember, we're not doing this to the brake. I don't want you making corrections in the middle of the U-turn if you don't have to. Get everything together, head and eyes, handlebars, commit, and hold the turn. What does holding turns by us? Hold the turn. You do all of that, 20 feet all day. Nothing has to drag the boards. Nothing has to drag the ground. You don't have to lock the handlebars. None of that's necessary. Even for 18 feet, you don't have to, as long as you commit to it right away. First gear. I like this speed. Head and eyes, commit. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. Head and eyes, commit. That's the only difference. More handlebar turn, more lean. But if I commit right away and don't speed up in the middle of the turn, don't speed up when you make the turn. Keep your speed the same. Because if I speed up, now I'm wide. Friction brake, smooth stop. Then we're going to do it from a stop. You guys can go straight. Mark, Jerry, I don't know if anybody else wants it. They're going to do it in 18 feet. They're going to do a drop and catch. So I don't want their bike moving forward at all. Drop it into the lean, catch it. But you guys, you can go straight. Straight ahead, head and eyes, commit. Hold the turn, hold the turn. Friction brake. And then lastly, we're gonna stop. We're gonna make the turn, come to a smooth stop. Same thing. They can go straight. Mark and Jerry and my ambassador, drop and catch. Smooth stop. We good? All right, let's do it. 18 feet, no break. No. You're in this box. What you doing all the way up there? Do it again, man. Rookie ambassador. Guys, I apologize. The Georgia ambassador. He was the Tennessee ambassador. He moved. Now he's doing exercises down there. Oh my God. Yeah, apparently not. Come on, Jerry. That's why I don't drink. Sometimes I don't wear off quick enough. In the box, Jerry, in the box. All right. A little bit slower, Jerry, a little bit slower. Head nice, commit. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh man, it's the 18-foot club. Oscar, avert your eyes. Nothing to see here. Head nice, commit. Nice, Eddie. All right. Commit, Willis, commit. That's the only thing Willis is missing. He's not committing to that turn, that lean. Good, keep that speed up. Head and eyes, commit. Turn those bars, turn them. Head and eyes, you're looking at these cones. The shades ain't fooling me. I know where you're looking. All right, keep that bike lean. Lean. You're going too slow. Don't slow down in the top of the U-turn. Nice, Mark. Good. Head and eyes, commit. Hold that turn. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Yeah, see how you're speeding up? Don't speed up. It's going to push you wide. U-turn. No brake. Nice. Jerry said, screw you. He said, yep. I'm not an ambassador. Good, hold that turn. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Eddie, give me a little more lean. Keep that speed up. Had a nice commit. Yeah, see how you slow down up there? Keep that speed the same. You're good. All right, shut it off.
So what did you see?
You're moseying into that turn. Again, I don't want you moseying into the turn. Head and eyes, commit. You're like this. So that's taking up some space, especially if you're trying to do it in 18 feet.
Yeah, because I'm not doing that no more. I'm over here.
Oh, okay.
So I refuse.
Head and eyes, commit. Turn those boards. Hold that turn. Hold the turn. Good job, man. All right, keep that speed constant, Hector. Yeah, head and eyes too, Hector. Turn those head and eyes. How did Mike get all the way back? Smooth stop, smooth stop. Good correction, Jerry. Mike, what the hell's happening? Smooth stop. That means stop. I'm going like this.
I thought you were pointing at the line.
Yeah, I mean stop at it. All right, no big deal. Go back around, come right back in. So guys, I can always tell when people are not kind of looking straight ahead because I'm putting my hand up well in advance, but he was in the zone. Beautiful. All right, U-turn. And when you come out the U-turn, Adam, make sure when you come out, you're facing straight. The last U-turn was beautiful, but you were facing this way when you came out. Okay? It's all about being in control. Good job, good job. Straight through, straight through. All right, U-turn. Good, head nice, commit, good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. There you go. Beautifully done. Nah, no good. All right, drop and catch. Good job, baby. Beautiful, drop and catch. And nice. Yeah, see, same thing. The drop is late, and so that's why there's a swoop at the end. Drop that bike right away and catch it. And then you don't have to worry about doing all of that so much. Beautiful, Eddie. U-turn. That nice, commit. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. All right, U-turn. Go ahead and nice commit. Get that foot up on the board. Smooth stop, friction brake. Oh, beautiful. All right, U-turn. Reload. Clutch, 2, rear brake, start turning. Head nice on me. Hold the turn, keep that throttle loaded, your whole engine shaking. Yeah. So he's making that turn, and if he feels the bike is fighting, he's not saying let me take away power. He's just saying let me brake harder. So he's making the bike fight. Remember, we don't want the bike to fight. We want to pull the clutch in a little bit. Nah, too much speed. All right, U-turn. Don't slow down in the middle of this U-turn. Good job, beautiful. Terrible, Jerry, terrible. All right, smooth stop. Make up for it. Let it drop, Jerry. Beautiful, right turn's next. Make up for it over here. Smooth stop. Good, commit. Beautiful, straighten out, friction brake. Friction brake, friction brake. Ah, don't give up on it, Adam. Right turn's next. Outstanding, man. Give me another one over here. Might have been luck. Reload. Good. Head and eyes. Commit. Hold that turn. Rear brake. Rear brake. Rear brake. Good. Friction brake. Friction brake. Friction brake. All right. Good job, man. Right turn's next. Yeah. All right. Smooth stop over there. Drop and catch. Let it drop. That's the second time I said let it drop, but I forgot to say all right, now catch it. You out?
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
I got the kids.
Come. Ah, man! Living in his head, rent free. All right, smooth stop. Drop it, let it drop. There we go. Ah, what the? Hold up. See, I'm trying to prevent that swoop at the end. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let it drop, man. Right turn's next. Nice, Eddie. Smooth stop. Commit. Friction brake. Stop, stop, stop. Where's my stop? I'll take it, man. I'll take it. He was too happy about the turn. He forgot about the stop. Make up for it over here. Yeah, diving at the end, man. You're giving up on it. Don't give up on it. Good. Commit. Hold that turn. Start braking. Friction brake. Ah. Right turn's next. Don't give up on it, man. Friction brake. Friction brake. That whole thing is shaking. The whole engine. Keep that preload up. All right. Smooth stop. You're looking at the ground the whole time. Smooth stop, and you're dabbing at that brake. Right turns next. All right, smooth stop over here. All right, see how it's, yeah, that's okay. You know, right turns next. Good job. Oh. Don't slow down, Jerry. Keep that speed the same. Go ahead, nice commit. Good job. Straight out, straight out. Good. Straight through, straight through. Had a nice commit. Turn those bars. There we go. Wow. Very nice. Nice and smooth. Straight through, straight through. No break. No break. No break. Son of a bitch. You supposed to know, no break, man. Rookie ambassador. Oh yeah, I forgot. Eddie loves right turns. He loves them. No, you've been evicted. That's your neighborhood now. Oh, hold on, go. I think you like right turns better if I remember. No, maybe not. Clutch. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60 push-ups. Go ahead and nice commit. Turn those bars. Hold it. Rear brake. Just drag it. Drag it. See you going faster? There we go. See? Too slow. Keep that speed up, Hector. Good job. Good save. Same thing, Jerry. Good, head and nice, commit. Hold that turn, keep the speed up. Excellent, man, excellent. Good, head and nice, commit. Turn those bars. Keep your speed up. Come on, yeah. You're gonna feel full when you go too slow. Commit. Nice, you're lazily turning those bars. Turn those bars, baby. Nice, Eddie. Throw and catch. Beautiful. Throw and catch. No break. No break. Nice, Mike. Don't give up on it, man. All right, U-turn, straight through. When you turn your head, turn and look at me. Head nice on me. Reload. Good, commit, look at me. I'm over here. Yeah, we don't need to be that wide. We're gonna work on that. Friction brake. Nah, too much speed coming up. Slow it down a little bit more so you need the friction zone. All right, U-turn. Throw and catch. Throw and catch. There you go. Beautifully done, Hector. Beautifully done. He does the dropping catches and the throwing catches better than just making the U-turn. All right, U-turn. Drop that bike right away, Jerry. Don't hesitate, you're losing space. Outstanding. U-turn, man. Looking good. Good. Commit. Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
I don't know, 3 or 4.
3 or 4. I think that's a sandbag. You again? That's 10. So listen, you're just not committing right away. So you're losing that space. As soon as that bike starts to move, turn, come in, let it drop. Throw it and catch it. Commit, catch it. Clutch, 10, 20. Man, you're going to be swole today. All right, straight through. Drop and catch, throw and catch. Clutch, that's 10. All right, don't give up on it, brother. Smooth stop over here. Reload. Commit. Friction brake, friction brake. Yeah, I still want that smooth. Friction brake. All right, you take a break. All right, smooth stop. You're picking up speed, believe it or not, as you go in that turn. That's why it's getting wider. Reload. Good, clutch, clutch. Commit, head and eyes, commit. Head and eyes. Smooth stop. I'll take it. Take a break. Good. Friction brake, clutch, 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 clutch. There we go. All right, smooth stop over here. All right, take a break, Hector. All right, smooth stop, Jerry. You're kind of hesitant to let it drop. Let that bike drop into that lean, Jerry. Let it drop. Good, good. There we go. And if you notice, you don't have to be all the way here. You're fine. All right, take a break. You've been elevated, 3. You've already shown me that. All right, smooth stop over here. Friction brake. I'll take it. Take a break. Good job. All right, smooth stop. Let it drop. There we go. Nice, Mark. Take a break. Smooth stop, please. Throw it and catch it. You can use the brake. Terrible stop. Terrible. Take a break. All right, smooth stop. Come in. So you see when you're making the U-turn, your bike is hopping. And that's because you're doing this to the brake. Remember, I told you, after X5 on, just drag it. Don't do that. All right, take a break. All right, Eddie, smooth stop, please. Friction brake, clutch, clutch, clutch. Good, good, good. That's what I'm talking about, Eddie. That's what I mean, guys. Get the bike right. Be in full control, and no matter what happens at the end of that, I want it smooth. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 7, figure 8, right here. Just moving around a few cones. Well, all right, let's do it. Questions, U-turn. I gotta tell you, this is like, you guys are like a magna cum laude class. This is just outstanding, it really is. People in the 18-foot box, they probably shouldn't be there. Willis. But no, I'm totally joking about that. It's just a matter of you committing earlier. That's all, committing earlier. Mark hasn't, he hasn't practiced in a while. So that's what I mean when I say it's all based on your confidence. Drop that bike into the lean. Jerry, the same thing. He's kind of straight up. Hector, the same thing. We've already shown that we can ride the bike straight up. We're not doing that anymore. So if you make a U-turn here and you're staying 18 feet and the bike's straight up, I don't care. You're doing it wrong. I want lean. And I don't want you slowing down. I don't want you jabbing the brake. Fluidity, that's what we're looking for. Okay? All right. Exercise number 7, figure 8. Who's never practiced this before? Okay, good. I pop your cherry today. So we're dealing with the same width, 27 feet. Now the length is relevant, 46 feet. That's the entrance. Let me make this a little bit bigger. This is the exit. Who doesn't know what a ka-ching is? Okay, beautiful. You do this clean, you're gonna do 2 figure 8s. You don't put a foot down, you don't hit a cone, you don't go outside of the exercise. You enter and exit at the proper location. In the video, you're gonna hear ka-ching. Feel free to do whatever you want in celebration at the end of it. Some people throw that, this guy in Illinois throws his hat up. Some people do this, whatever you wanna do. Point at the ground, whatever. Middle finger, I'll blot it out. Now, the key to this is just like I talked about in the U-turn. Don't be changing a bunch of things when you come in here. That's going to be the entrance. When you come in, this is your target, this area. Placement, that's what I'm looking for. Placement of your wheel. I want you at this wheel. If you ride a road glide, you don't know where the front wheel is, or a fixed fairing motorcycle, period. So this is the time to practice wheel placement. I'm telling you to put your wheel here. Road glide people usually start turning here. Because as soon as they don't see the line anymore, they turn. But they still got more space to go. It's not a big deal, but if you need this space, whatever you give up here, you're gonna have to make it up over there. When you make this turn, head and eyes, I got bigger cones there now with a green cone on top of it. That's what I want you to look at. Make this turn. Now, if you're way off of these cones, whatever you give up here, you're gonna have to make it up down there. So use all the space that you need. If you don't need it all, don't worry about it. But head and eyes, look at that cone. Handlebars. Holding turns. What does holding turns buy you? Good. Space and time. When I get here, 12 o'clock spot, now I'm going to change my direction, my focus to that cone. That's where I'm going. That's where all my transitions are going to happen. Hold the turn. Don't start coming out. Hold it, because we're making a fat 8. When you transition, I want you facing that cone. If you do it like that, now you got a ton of space for the next turn. Hold that turn, come around, do it again, and then go out. 2 fat figure 8s, cha-ching. Now, if you do it successfully, but your bike's straight up, sorry, no ka-ching. Now, for the ambassador, Mike is going to come in here, and Mike's going to do 2 figure 8s in 4 parking spaces with no brakes, okay? I give you a choice, Mike. No, screw your choice. That's what you're going to do. Anybody else want that challenge? No, good. No. He never says he was. Yeah. Okay, if there's no questions, I'm going to do a demo, and I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to have a question for you, and you'll give me the answer. Placement. Oh, it's really easy on this bike, the placement. Hold the turn, head and eyes, hold the turn, hold it, transition. All the way to the bottom, head and eyes, hold it, That didn't feel good on my hips. All right. What changed when I went to the smaller boxes? No. What changed? Yes. What else? Handlebars. That's right. Did I change my speed? That's right. Speed stays the same. Wow, it's been a long time. All right. Any questions? All right, Mike. It's almost done. All right, Mike's doing this brakeless. Oh, he's over that line, so he's already done. Yeah, he's done. Good try, man. Ah, Mark's doing the brakeless as well. See? That's what this one's. Oh yeah, good. Excellent, Mark. Brakeless. Yeah. Brakeless, baby. 4 parking spaces. Hold that turn longer, Eddie. Good. Let it lean. Good. Hold those turns longer. Good. Come on. Keep it loaded. Yeah, brother. Oh, Jerry, you hit the cone. That's a sad ass shame. Good job, man. Beautiful. All right, preload that throttle. The whole bike is shaking, the whole engine. Keep it loaded. Hold that turn, hold the turn. Transition, easy on that brake. Just drag it, don't dab at it. Head and eyes on me. Come to me. Hold the turn. Transition, throw it over. All right. All the way to the top. Hold it, transition. Head nice. Easy on that brake. Keep it loaded. Good job, man. Watch your speed. You should be in 4 parking spaces with that bike. There you go. Hold that turn, transition. Give up a lot of space at the top. Go, head and eyes on me, Come to me. Come on, transition. Throw it over, clutch. Not throw it over like that. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 8, offset double serpentine, and a little bit easier, and I'll talk to you why that is. All right, let's do it. Any questions? Figure 8. So I'm never gonna stay in those exercises long, because I want you guys to remember, A, it's a practice session. B, if you struggle with that exercise, I don't give a shit. It just means you ain't ready for it, right? It's number 7, right? So I want you to keep that in mind, because once you got that, you just flow right through that. And maybe I'm throwing some extra stuff to you, do it brakeless, blah, blah, blah. But other than that, not bad at all. I did see you go back in, so you must be camera shy. I saw you go back in and knock it out, all right? Better right here than... Of course. All right, exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. Nobody here should have a problem with this exercise. Now, if you don't know what you're looking at, there's 7 gates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The green cones are on the outside of the gates. Those are the cones I want you to favor as you go through the gates, because I don't want you hugging the inside cone. Favor the outside cone. If these gates are too tight for you, go around those green gates. That's going to give you some extra space. Now, because you have extra space doesn't mean I want you to go faster. Maintain the same normal speed you should be going, but hold the turns longer, go around the green cone and hold it. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Because what I get is when I give people more space, they go faster. And if I go around this green cone, there's another parking bay here. I should at least be in that parking bay. Like, I shouldn't be all the way over there, right? What does holding turns by us? And time. That's all we're doing in this exercise, our figure 8s again. Hold those turns. Now, as much as I say hold the turns, people are just so quick that I just want to turn. And now your angles are off. Your handlebars should never be straight in this exercise. Never. If they're straight, that means that you didn't hold the turn, and now you're going right for the gate. So, for example, that's the gate I'm going to. What's my path to get there? Not straight to it. As soon as I pass this cone, exercise number 5, dip the bike and hold it. Boom. Hold it. Head and eyes. Now when I transition, I got a ton of space. If I do this properly, favor the outside cone. When I get to this gate, I should already be facing this way instead of you coming like this. No, I don't want that. And when I get here, where am I going? The gate I came from. Head and eyes. Continue to hold the turn. So I've been holding the turn ever since I transitioned right there. Hold it. Head and eyes, transition. That's how I want you to do this, guys. It's going to force you to lean the bike, not go too fast, hopefully. And that's the exercise. Mike, brakeless. Jerry, brakeless. Mark, brakeless. Anybody else that wants to do a brakeless, they can. You want a brakeless, Adam?
I'll try it.
Okay, we're only doing it once, so fuck it up. Soon as you pass this cone, dip it in, transition. Dip it in, transition. Hold the turn, transition. Oh my God, it's a ton of space if I do it like that. That's how it looks going right to the gates. I don't want that. And no, you're not coming back. Do it once and move on with your life. Come around, muster up right there, because that's the next exercise, number 9. We're good? All right, Mike's first. Doing the brakeless. Nice, Mike. Excellent, Mike, excellent. Beautiful, Jerry. Nice, Eddie. Beautiful. Nice. Watch your speed, watch your speed. There we go. Royal infield, baby. All right, you got to hold that turn longer. You didn't hold it long enough, so it's going to be tight now. Hold it, transition. Yeah, pick it back up. You're good, keep going. Clutch. Keep going. So right from the start, that's for clutch, good. There you go, hold those turns longer. Right from the start, that first turn, he didn't hold it long enough and made it tight right away. Now you gotta hold that turn longer, Willis. Hold it. No, you're not holding it long enough. Now your bike is straight up. I want leaning. Yeah, see, this is not the exercise. This is a result of not holding the turns long enough. And then trying to make up for it, but not feeling comfortable leaning, so you just straighten out the bike. Good. Hold that turn. If you can lean the bike comfortably, then you have less issues with these things. All right, Adam's doing the brakeless. Beautiful. Head and eyes over your shoulder. Good. Hold that turn. All right, you're not holding it long enough. It's getting tight. There you go. Throw it in there. Clutch. All right, Mark, brakeless. Nice. Last numbered exercise, guys. Abominable Snowman, and it will be abominable today, definitely. All right, let's do it. All right, guys. Any questions, comments, concerns? I don't do complaints.
I am where I am.
You're not far at all, man.
First time doing this, so
I
figured
yeah.
exactly where I'm at.
But guess what? Most people that just doing this for the first time, they're not even up to exercise number 8. And the only thing that got you on that exercise right there is that first turn. You didn't hold it long enough. As soon as you don't hold that turn long enough, everything else is tighter. That's not a big deal if you don't have a problem leaning the bike. You can get back on track. So what some of you guys were doing was, instead of Willis was doing it, he just said, I'm going to slow down. And now he's straight up doing it, not the exercise. All right? Keep that speed up. Hold those turns. Lean the motorcycle. Keep it lean. Don't do this to the brake. Okay? All right. Last numbered exercise, guys. This is the Abominable Snowman, and it will be abominable today. Right? I miss it, man. Traveling practice sessions in Washington, that was not abominable either day. But today it will be. If you don't know what you're looking at, there are 4 circles here. I'm standing in 27-foot circle. It's 27. The green cones separate the circles. 27, 25, 22, 18. Circles tighter than the box. Keep that in mind. Also keep in mind, this is usually the exercise where I like to tell people, clean runs. End the day on a high note. So if this is your neighborhood, then this is where you should stay. Don't be trespassing, going up to where you don't belong, right? I'm not telling you can't try it. It's up to you. We're only going to do it once. So When you come in here, the good thing is, if you know your rights, your strength, then when you start down here, start on your left. So when the tightest circle, you're in your right, right? The key here, once again, is placement. So that's why I put the motorcycle in here. I want you to see where I want you to bring your motorcycle. This is where I kind of want it, between the side cone and this cone. That's true for every circle. Placement. After you place the wheels, I want you to hug the cones to the top. Now the tall cones, I told you guys in exercise number 5, don't hug my cones. They don't like it. They're antisocial. These cones are very sociable. I want you to hug them. Placement, hug them to the top. And now, commit. And what are we doing in here? Holding a turn. So all we're doing is holding the turn. If this is where you live, go around. You can go around twice if you want. That's your entrance and your exit. Unless you mess up down there, right? If you're going to keep going, when you come back around, come through these green cones. Placement. Hug them to the top. And then commit. If that's all you're going to do, go back into that circle, go out. If you're going to keep going, you keep going, so on and so forth. Ambassador. With the ambassador, what I want you to do, Mike, is obviously go through all the circles. When you get to the top, I want you to do 3 revolutions in the 18-foot circle. And then when you come out, I want you to reverse and then go the opposite direction and do 3 revolutions. Understood? I'll demo it. If you want to. Huh?
What, 3 in the top one and
3 in the top one way, 3 in the top the other way. But you're gonna, when you come around, you got to transition and then go back in. So basically, you're gonna have to do a drop and catch in there. When you get in after the first circle, when you come out, just watch me do it. So Mike, I'm not asking you to do this because I think you can. I know you can. Just remember, when you come out of the top circle to reverse, go all the way to the side and make that turn, you know, kind of as quick as possible, because you don't want to hug them, because then you got to go around the cone to get back in. You'll see what I'm talking about. Placement, hug them to the top, commit. Hold the turn. Don't jab at the brake, just drag it if you need it. Placement to the top, commit, hold the turn. Just look over your shoulder slightly, nothing crazy. Placement to the top, hold it. Placement to the top, commit. Come all the way over, Mike. Get this bike over as soon as you can. Straighten it up. Bring it over here. Turn, commit. And so on and so forth. Friction brake. We good? Let's do it. Georgia Ambassador, Ryan the Richie is going to go first. He opted to start on this side first, but it really doesn't matter because you're going to have to do both directions up top anyway. Revolutions in the top. Nice. Now he doesn't know how to count. That's 4 revolutions. Now you're going to go back in opposite direction. Turn it in, sneak around that cone. Drop it in. Beautiful. Beautifully done. Ah, it's a damn shame. How doesn't he hit anything at the top? Beautiful, Mike. Beautiful. Next. Eddie's going for the reversal. Oh shoot. Nah, that ain't happening. But I give it to Eddie. He went for it. And that's showing where his confidence is. Good. Look over your shoulder. There you go. Easy on that brake. Good. All the way over, all the way over. Commit. Nice. Very nice. Nice, Willis. Clean run, clean run. Clean run, baby. Throttle blipping. All right, shut it down, shut it down, shut it down. He's a throttle blipper, so the reason he's putting his foot down is because he doesn't have any power. When you're blipping the throttle, at some point when you unblip it, it has no preload. So I know the power is determined by the clutch, but clearly he doesn't have the clutch open enough while he's throttle blipping. You can't throttle blip and have the clutch kind of out. The bike's going to be jerking, so he didn't have it open enough.
Try this for you.
Yeah. All right, Jerry. Nice, Jerry. Clean run, baby, clean run. this clutch lever is digging into his leg. Raise those bars, gonna make a world of difference for him. Good job, man. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to the bonus exercise. To lean or not to lean. Pretty sure most of them haven't done it before, so this should be good. All right, let's do it. I got my money on Adam. Beautiful cover girl.
Left mirror, so your left mirror is going to be off.
All right, so I noticed, I've seen this for years. I talked to Willis about this a while ago. And when I was working, a lot of cops rode like this. With your foot, the heel on the footboard, and your foot like this, kind of dangling down. This is cool for highway riding, not slow speed riding. Because you're leaning this bike now. And so I'm watching your foot, Willis, like this. All it's going to take is for it to do that. Get that foot on the footboard. Just like gremlin bells. That shit's cute until you become a preloader. Put it on the lowest part of your bike. It's history, right? It's history. You're going to wind up scraping it off. All right. That was actually excellent, man. Mike, excellent, man. Not that I'm surprised. Mark, everybody did excellent in that. Just great. Mark, Hector. We got to regulate the speed a little bit, that's all. That's the only thing that was getting you up there, right? Because once you get up there and you try to do something with the brake, yeah, as soon as you do that, foot down. Plus you're throttle blipping. Nothing's wrong with throttle blipping, but just keep in mind while you're doing that, you don't have power from the clutch, okay? And if you don't get the timing perfectly with the clutch, that's why your foot kept coming down, because you got no power, okay? All right, who's unfamiliar with to lean or not to lean? Unfamiliar. Who's practiced it, but who hasn't practiced it? Okay, good. This is gonna be good, I already know. These cones are 10 feet apart. The purpose of this exercise, I'm not gonna give you any advice, just whatever we talked about today, apply it here. Well, I do give one piece of advice. If you got highway pegs, fold them in. It's called to lean or not to lean because you have to decide whether you're going to do this straight up, leaning, or both. And because there's 6 cones, there's 7 cones, the most you can get is 6. I'm giving you this cone. People have hit this cone square because they're looking at it, boom, right into it, 0 cones, right? If somebody gets 5 cones, the 5 cones is the number to beat, and you're going through this straight up, and you're up to the 5th cone, but you came out a little bit too far and you're right here. How are you going to make this turn? Drop it and catch it. That's why it's called to lean or not to lean. In that case, you're going to have to lean the bike to get it in there. And that's how you get that 6th cone. That's how you become victorious. All right? We're going to do this one time. I'm pretty sure it's going to end up in the drawer. And if it does, then we'll do it again with the people that are in that drawer. They'll do it brakeless. If it's another drawer, I'll find something else and make them do it with one eye open. I don't know. Any questions? I'm going to demo it going down straight up and then coming back leaning. But how you do it is up to you. I'm going to be walking behind you with a handheld camera saying 1 cone, 2 cones, 3 cones. If I say that's it, you hit a cone. Don't keep going trying to be a hero, knocking down the rest of the cones. All right? All right. Cone, 2 cones, 3 cones, 4 cones, 5 cones, 6 cones, 1 cone, 2 cones, 3 cones, 4 cones. Nice. 5 cones, get it in there. Nice! 6 cones. 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. Ooh, 4 cones. Ooh, 5 cones. 6 cones. 1 cone. cones. Done. 2 cones. 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. That's it. That's it. 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. 4 cones. 5 cones. 6 cones. 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. 4 cones. 5 cones. 6 cones. 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. 4 cones. 5 cones. 6 cones. All right, same order as before, brakeless. So if you're gonna use the brake, you can use it up until you get to that first cone, then get off of it. He's trying to psych you out. You can use the brake up to the cone. Okay, regulating your speed, okay. 1 cone. 2 cones. 2 cones! He called it! One cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. 3 cones! 1 cone. 2 cones. 3 cones. 4 cones, 5 cones, 6 cones. 1 cone. 1 cone. All right, going a little fast, but good. 2 cones, 3 cones, 4 cones. 3 cones. 3 cones, Hector, you got it. Exit interviews, exit interviews. How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. It was nice to be out here with a group of excellent, high-level, skillful preloader nation guys.
Oh yeah, man. AKA V.I.Preloaders, man. Outstanding.
Oh, real quick, I just want to make sure my Seminole shirt is straight for all the Alabama fans that saw the game yesterday. Excuse me. I didn't mean that. No, it was a good game.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
7.
Can you change that number?
Slight 7.3.
Okay. Always a pleasure, brother.
It's a pleasure, and thank you for the tips on each drill. It's just the constant reinforcement is what it's all about.
Absolutely. How about you? How are you?
Good. A little banged up.
Really?
Yeah.
Mentally or physically?
Mentally, physically.
You remember what you rated yourself when you... Nobody cares about your first world problems. That's first of all.
7.
7. Any change in your number?
Yeah, today is 6.
6, oh.
Yeah, I had to drop it down a little bit.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I know you've been working hard, brother.
Trying to.
All right, how you feeling, man?
I feel outstanding.
First of all, you weren't here at the beginning, so I want to introduce you. This is Q the Rider, riding and wrenching on YouTube, biggest little YouTube channel on the entire
interwebs.
And now the Georgia ambassador because he moved from Tennessee. So I appreciate you. I need you to brush up on some stuff. You didn't know what the hell was going on out here today. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Let's see, about 6 years, I think. Right at 6 years.
What are you riding today?
Got my 23 Road King.
How long have you been practicing slow speed riding in cones?
About 4.5 years.
If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
Say probably about 7.5.
Okay. I appreciate you, man. Always a pleasure. You may as well just return the hat because I get it later.
Oh.
I get it later. Man, I love saying I told you so. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great.
How about you?
Excellent.
Jerry, what did you rate yourself when you first came out here?
7.
Any change in your number?
Nah, I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay. Adam, you remember what you rated yourself?
3.
3. What did I say after you said that?
Sandbag.
Exactly. I'm telling you guys, I can see it right from the start before he did anything, just starting and stopping. 3s don't. Wait, no, hold. I ain't said nothing else. Any change in that number?
Yeah, I'll say a 6.
Pleasure to meet you both.
Enjoyed it.
6
like
is too low,
always.
man.
Thank you.
6s don't do the top of the Snowman. I'm just saying. Just saying, man. How you feeling, brother?
Pretty good, pretty good. Not too intense out here, but a good challenge.
Absolutely, man. Do you remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
Yep, 9.
Any change in that number?
I think I'm gonna downgrade that. I'm a little, pretty much overestimated what I used to could do, and this was a reminder that the skills are perishable.
Absolutely.
And you know, if I'm ever gonna get into to the motors unit, I better start brushing up on some heavy.
Oh, is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Oh man, you definitely. Well, you know what? Good luck, man. And actually, forget luck. You just got to work on it and take advantage of your proximity to me. He lives in Pooler.
I do.
That's all I got to say, man.
All
right, man.
Cool.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yep.
All right. How you feeling, man?
Much better now.
Why are you much better now? Because your bride's here?
Because my bride is here.
We're talking about riding.
And your name?
Regina.
See? Now, I'm a dude, Regina. He said I'm feeling much better because my bride's here. You said I'm talking about riding. The man in me had a proper response for that. I'll leave it alone. But it's still applicable. You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
Yep, 4.5, 5.
Any change in your number?
I'm gonna say 5.5, maybe 6.
Okay, okay.
You know, I'm pushing myself to another level with some other stuff.
Gotcha. I thought Regina rode down here with you on the back of the bike.
No, it was raining, man. I couldn't put her in the rain, so
I understand.
So she trailed me.
Understood. You ain't got to tell me twice.
Yeah, man.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you again, dear.
Nice to see you.
All right. How you feel, man?
I'm all right. Not too bad.
Good, good. You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
2.
Any change in that number?
Yeah. I think 1.
What? No. Absolutely not. No, hell no. You're going in the wrong direction, man. I mean, I know everybody's their worst critic. Did you do exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop?
Kinda.
Yeah, ones don't do that. Ones don't do that. That's my highest failure rate, that exercise. So I'm going to say 2 is too low. 1 is definitely too low. I don't give numbers, but I'll tell you if it's too low or if you're sandbagging. Adam. Anyway, listen, pleasure, safe ride. But when you headed back to?
We're going back to Flint tomorrow, probably midday.
Okay, looks like you got good weather.
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you, man. Keep
Pleasure to meet
practicing.
you. Oh yeah.
All right. How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came
I
out?
do.
What?
A 2.
Any change in that?
Maybe a 2.5.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't do the bonus exercise.
I thought about it and I just didn't feel up to it.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
This has told me exactly what I need to practice on.
Tell me what you're going to practice.
That was my reason for being here.
Yeah.
Left and right turns from a stop. Mm-hmm. And everything after that.
I want you to practice.
And slow starts and stops.
That's right. I want you to do 1, 2, 3. Do all of those before you even get to 4.
Right.
Trust me, it's going to make a difference. And if you feel a little shaky in them, don't advance to the next thing.
Right.
Keep doing it. I want you to do it to nauseam. Now, here's the good thing. You can practice stopping every time you stop.
That's right.
But I want you to focus. Don't glide into the stops.
Right.
Slow that bike down so that you need the friction zone to bring it to a smooth stop.
Right.
Friction brake, ding.
Right.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Enjoyed
Hope
it.
to see you in November for the ride.
I will.
And the luncheon. All right, guys, that's going to do it for practice session number 144. It's the first time I've been back to Pooler in a while, and I miss it for a number of reasons. Obviously, the main one is the proximity to my house. But I want to thank all of the V.I.Preloaders that came out here today and participated. Preloaders and V.I.Preloaders that watched, and one person that watched and actually became a V.I.Preloader while watching, so that the next time he can come, he can actually participate. Huge shout out to Tasha for coming out here, practicing, knowing her limitations, and huge shout out to her husband because he said next time when she comes out, he's going to do it with her, and I highly recommend that. Right? It's just awesome. Another shout out to my V.I.Preloaders that are going to help me out by picking up these cones. I highly appreciate that. And to you guys, I want to thank you for watching the video. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, as I always say, I need to find out what medication you're on. Guys, you're going to get a bunch of stuff from this video, positivity, smiles, and you're going to learn some valuable skills. As simple as that. All right? No arrogance, no judgment here. You learn at your own pace, and that's just how we do it. So as I always say, guys, it's been more. Oh, hold up. Mike, come here. Georgia ambassador. I did this in Ohio. I had my Illinois ambassador, my North Carolina ambassador, and my Ohio ambassador. They all screwed it up. Please close out the video how I close it out. Actually, I'm gonna turn this on. I want to make sure I don't have to turn up any gains. This is not riding and wrenching, by the way. Okay.
So guys, be thankful for the things you have.
Nah, you screwed it up already. Start over. This is just like you trying to get people to do yours.
So guys, be grateful for the things you have, and to hell with the things that you don't have. Seat time is sometimes practice time, but not always. And this is Q. I'm riding, I'm wrenching, and I'm out.
Oh my God. He gave it a shot, guys. He gave it a shot.
Awesome, Michael, awesome. Good job.
All right, guys. Seat time. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Guys, spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. Seat time does not equal practice time, and if you have time to ride your motorcycles, you have time to practice on them. That's not my opinion. Until next time. I'm Robert. I'm not wrenching. I pay people to do that, and I'm out.